Welcome back to another episode of the Love Live. If you didn't know, this is a safe space. And what we mean by a safe space is this is a place that you can come, have a conversation. You can tap into the conversation we're having. If you just want to vent, of course, we're open to that as well. We, are, of course, are not psychiatrists. So if you do really feel like you're having an issue and you feel like you need to talk to someone, please seek professional help. We're more like your peers. And tonight is a very, 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 very special night to me. Not only is this our 15th episode, but this is the all male panel. You know, we had a lot of requests for the all male panel. A lot of people wanted to see, what the fellas had to say. So I hooked up with a couple gentlemen to bring them on. And my co host for the evening is no other than the Red Pill Crip.
RPC. Thank you, my brother, for having me. What's the deal, y'all?
Nothing much, man. It's Sunday. It's 9 p.m. Here we go. It's our time this weekend. The ladies is in the cuts.
Let's go.
And our special guest, you know, one of the most talented brothers in the Kansas City music scene, one of the first brothers to receive viral recognition in the Kansas City music scene. Really, this gentleman is really one of the first. He probably could put a lot of first out there on the achievements that he's had. Y'all may know him as Irv the Phenom, but lately he's been going as Big Lover, and we got the man, the myth, Irv the Phenom. What's up, Irv?
Peace. What it do, family?
What up?
My nigga. Good to see
So,
you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
so next on the panel this evening, this gentleman. Now, this is a good friend of mine. I've known this brother and his family for over 20 years. Gonna be one of the most talented R&B producers that you probably never have heard of out of Kansas City. Has worked with all of the staples, but also is just talented, within himself. Also, a family man. I got Mr. Breed Love. Breed Love, what's up, my
What's
brother?
good? What's good? What's good? Appreciate the invite, my man.
For sure. And then last
Yeah.
but not least, one of our favorite brothers around here, my brother, real solid gentleman. If you want to hear someone who's knowledgeable, not only knowledgeable because they talk a lot, but knowledgeable because they've been there and transparent and just, always somebody you can holler at if you're ever having a bad day, or probably one of the rare people to ever check on me, man. My brother Bam. Brother Bam. What's
What
up,
up,
my brother?
brother? What's up, brothers? How y'all doing?
What up? What up, Jake?
What's good? What's good?
Damn.
So, with that being said, it's Sunday. I want to hop right in. I guess the ladies want to hear what we think about them, right? The ladies always want to know, well, how do the brothers feel? How are y'all feeling? First of all, I think a good thing to start off this whole pod with is just let's let everybody kind of talk about themselves. If you're what your current situation is. Are you single? You got kids? What?
All right, man, I'm gonna go first. You feel me? They call me Anti-Coon, aka Red Pill Crip, repping for the con creatures, man. We out here, we in the streets, we doing this work. I do podcasting. Beautiful summer, man. It's been a crazy summer in Kansas City. A lot of death, a lot of fatalities. You know what I'm saying? We kind of seeing what's going on. Twerking, a lot of twerking. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot going on in KC. A lot musically, man. Shout out to Sleazy World, everybody doing their thing. My nigga Irv. Shoot, we just out here to bring it, man. We Funny as it gets podcast. Got nominated for #1 podcast in Kansas City this year. So I just been working, man. Red Pill Crib, Fax Machine, networking with everybody in the town. Doing community work, staying fit, healthy, eating right, all that shit. My daughters go home Wednesday, so it's going crazy. But yeah, everything's a blessing, man. Let's get this conversation in, baby.
So I think you just started it off. I think one big thing, before we get to Irv getting his life together. Y'all already know Brother Bam here, but Brother Bam, man. I wanted to kind of start off because I think with us as black males, one of the biggest things is living above the influence, right? And especially with entertainment, with rap music, we talk. You already brought it up, RPC or Red Pill Crip, about music and entertainment, but how that kind of shapes the social consciousness of kind of who we are, right? As men, letting entertainment kind of imitate your life or the other way around, especially as people who are musicians. And I think that's a good topic to start with. Is just entertainment. I don't know. Is that something like anybody got any sons on here? Because I know a lot of us are girl dads on here. I know.
Facts. My son only 2, so he ain't
Two
into
girls
nothing
and a
yet like
boy.
that.
What about you, Irv? You got any sons?
No, I just got one little one, a little girl.
That's what's
You know,
up.
and maybe I'm being a bad
And
person by saying this, but I feel like God gave all the boys to some different brothers. All my good friends, all the good brothers that I would trust, with the keys to my house or the keys to my car or something, they got all the girls. All the brothers who I wouldn't, they got all the boys.
That's a
it's
fact, dog.
it's funny you say
Uh,
that because I've always heard the inverse. I've heard that girls are karma for certain dudes. Yeah.
Man,
But me personally, I feel like God
man,
just knew I needed certain
certain
limitations.
religions. Hey, with certain religions, man, girls is a blessing. Like you blessed having a bunch of girls. So kind
Hmm.
of believe that.
Yeah,
I
I
had
mean,
2 girls, and I
a
finally got
it's
my
a
boy. You know.
it's a blessing period. You know what I'm saying? Like you in a
Yeah.
position and have a task to raise queens. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's gonna say a
Yeah.
lot about your. That's gonna say a lot about your integrity within itself. You know what I mean? If you there for your kids, you know what I mean? So if you blessed with women, you blessed period.
Yeah, and it changed you too, man. Like
But
you
one
you look at
thing,
women totally different too after you have daughters.
yeah, one thing I always say though to like my peoples that got all boys and stuff, you know what I mean? They be talking all crazy, but when you get older, man, them sons they gonna put you in the home. Them daughters gonna take care of you. You hear me?
that's a fact.
Facts.
That's a fact.
Yup.
Your son gonna be like, man, I'm out here living my life, boy. Your daughter's gonna be tapping in with you. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Facts. But
Right.
I mean, it's a gift and a curse now because a lot of fathers are soft, man. I don't remember like men that was around me when I was a kid allowing soft shit. But like it's like be soft. It's okay to be emotional. Like there's a quote going around that women are raising boys to be the men that they don't want.
Yeah.
I think it's a very true statement, dog. And as men, even if them not our kids, bro, we got to step up and say, hey, man, we got to do this different. Or that little girl shouldn't be doing that. It's not my daughter. It ain't my kids. That's how the damn community got divided because everybody's like, well, if it ain't me, if it ain't got nothing to do with me, I don't give a fuck. So I think men, we
That's
just softer,
facts.
bro. They used to be community driven, neighborhood watch. Now niggas is just watch my kids only type shit.
I mean, but a lot of that come from the energy that we get from our sisters as well. You know what I'm saying? It's like even when you go to the lines of just trying to speak or give a compliment and you giving aggressive energy back from it. You know what I'm saying? They think you're trying to holler or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So it kind of, I ain't making the excuse, but it kind of puts some males in a position where, they don't even put themselves in those situations because they don't want their energy triggered.
That's real. You gotta stay out of jail, boy. These
Stay
niggas,
out of jail.
Facts.
you gotta stay out of jail, boy. That
I, I think
motherfucker
one
talked it.
I think one thing is huge too with the ladies with that is it's like judging the character, right? As men, like it's hard for us because a lot of women are horrible judges of character when it comes to dating. They oftentimes say one thing and then kind of date the other, and then as men on the other side of looking, it's like for me, I was a fat kid growing up. I always wasn't, like now I feel like after 26, boy, I became the man. But before that, I wasn't getting that attention like that. And now that I'm married, it's even different because you hear women say certain things. I hear them talk about the type of men they want to marry and blah blah blah. And I go hard on myself because I think the man I am today is not the man that my wife married. Maybe that was her goal is to get me to be where I am, but that's not the man she married.
How many of
Right.
y'all brothers are married?
Too.
I'm married. I've been married 16 years, man.
That's what's up.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Salute to you, brother.
I
Yeah, we got a
appreciate
diverse panel tonight. We
More,
got some
more
brothers
power
who
to you.
lived.
it.
Man, yeah, we do. We definitely got a diverse panel for real. Outside of the fact we all got girls.
More power to you.
Yep. Yep.
I think it's something in the government with that, y'all. I got a cousin. His name is Rodell. Let's put him out there. This boy right
Okay.
here, he got 5 boys. Got
Woo.
five. Five in a
Five
row.
boys.
Let me tell you, if I could do anything 5 times in a row accurately, y'all know how good my life would be. Imagine if you could do anything 5 times. If I go to the casino, hit that lick 5 times, anything. Five
Right.
boys with different women.
Oh boy. What the? That's how he did it. That's how he did it. That's the key right there. Cause hey, she would have threw some. She'd have threw some estrogen in there somewhere. That nigga hit a lick. Well, he fucked up because he got 5 different women pregnant. But he did hit a lick in the aspect that he don't got daughters. But like we said, when he counting down, when you counting your days out, who gonna push that wheelchair, homie? Especially if he's single.
Nah, he ain't single, man.
Hey,
It's
you
just
you
Yeah,
you know my cousin Honest Copeland, man. He on his seventh girl, man. Seven straight.
7 with one
Two
woman.
baby two baby mamas. He got
Two
5 with
baby.
one, 2 with the other.
7 girls.
7 girls, man. Uh,
it's like that
And
song, the
he
Science.
overly blessed though. That's crazy.
hey,
If he
exactly.
if he in them girls' lives, you know what I'm saying, bruh.
He is.
One of two of them girls gonna make sure that man is good forever. You hear me? Like
Yup.
he
Yup.
overly blessed, and that's the thing. Like people be trying to make it seem like it's some type of sentence because you got girls. You know what I'm saying? But people don't. They probably don't appreciate women the way that on the scale that we do. It may not seem like it all the time in certain areas, but when you got daughters, dog, it's a different level of appreciation for a woman that's gonna come into you.
I think
Oh
the
yeah,
thing
they
that
they
a lot
changed
of
you for
people
sure.
think about when it comes to having girls is the amount of stress that come with that. It's a unique kind of stress, a unique level of hypervigilance that you have to constantly be in forever. You know what I mean? Whereas when you got a boy, you're gonna care about them, but boys get their bearings a lot earlier, and you can kind of just put them out in the world, and society is
Yeah.
built to just let them do their thing. When it comes to women, you gotta like, a lot of like traditionally, a lot of women stay with their parents until they get married. So
Yeah, yeah, traditionally, yeah.
it's
Right.
a, it's
Mhm.
it's a it's a little bit more work. I think it's a bit more work.
Yeah, but
But I don't have no boys yet. I know boys can be destructive and they got a whole different type of energy, but I think that might be why some people, because
Well,
having
girls
girls
girls.
they don't stay with their parents no more because then they can't pass that pussy out as conveniently. That's why they leave the crib. They got they got a curfew. They got a nigga. They got their father, hopefully, or their mama, somebody watching them. Like, hey, not over here, type thing. And then if you don't come home, if y'all notice in your early 20s, late teens, even if you moved out, if you had to like go back and forth every blue moon, they would leave you alone if you didn't live there. But if you did live there, and
they locking the
they,
door.
yeah, you feel me? Like,
It's
but they
Saturday
worried.
night. If you're not
Yeah,
in on time for church tomorrow, I'm locking the door.
facts. You know what I'm saying? So you got a little bit more responsibility. But yeah, the women now, boy. Whew. If I met a girl that
Man,
stayed at home and she said she was 27, I'd fuck with her. I'd be like, you wifey material.
now I can say coming from somebody who do got a son, man, the anxiety the same. You know what I'm saying? It's just like certain stuff you're gonna allow your son to do. Like I didn't let my oldest daughter, she's 15 now. She just now, within the last year or two, able to walk up to the store and stuff like that. My son only
Right,
10. I let him walk up there. The anxiety the same though. It ain't like you care less or worry less about a boy than you do a girl. You know what I'm
right,
saying? These your children, period. You feel me? So
right,
you don't want nothing to happen to none of them, but just that understanding, like you said, like boys get their bearings a little bit quicker than women do, and then
Yeah,
like
I think if I had a little man and I still stayed in Kansas City, my anxiety would be way more higher than what it
exact,
is
and that's
with
why
my
I got
daughter.
out of Kansas City, man. That's why I got
Yeah.
out of Kansas City.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point, man. That's definitely a good point. I see. Yeah, one of my homegirls from high school said that she was like, man, because she from the west side. She was like, man, my son, he a teenager now. He want to hang with his cousins and shit. And I'm just like, it's a slippery slope because they don't fuck with their daddy. It's just her. It's
I
just
mean,
her, dog.
I think a big issue, man, is uh, the black man kind of losing his value, to basically an idea of financial gain or, whatever a person can get off of us, you know what I'm saying, versus basically who we are at core. You know what I mean? Like our grandfathers and great grandfathers, they had those successful marriages because women back in those days, they actually loved and appreciated men. They wanted men, they desired men. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it had nothing to do with how much money they had, or none of that. You know what I mean? They just like men the way that we like women. But now, it's a little bit different. Like shit, you can be the finest person in the world, but if you ain't got what she looking for, she ain't checking for you. You know what I'm saying? She feel like she ain't getting that. So it's like it's almost kind of to the point, in my perspective, that a lot of girls are being raised to be opportunists. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men are just kind of they at a neutral stance because they really don't have no direction. They don't have no masculine direction. You know what I'm saying? They're getting direction from women. So a lot of these men, they're men, but they're actually women in men's bodies because they've been raised by women. You see them, the mannerisms that they want. When if you dated a girl that got sons, sometimes the way that she moved and her gestures, her son do the same thing. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? That's all he see is consistent. That's all he around. So a lot of these young boys, they really, you know what I'm saying? They really, they got a lot of women tendencies because they don't have too many masculine men around them to show them, what masculine love look like. You know what I mean? What it feel like.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't even know what love look like. They think love look like dick. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even understand. But
Mm-hmm.
like I
I don't
said,
know. Go ahead. I'm
oh,
sorry.
go ahead.
No, you good, Red Pill. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, I think we gotta. It's just like men like this on this panel right here. I hear everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in here seems solid for the most part. So it's like, bro, it's time to get back to that zero tolerance. So I give an analogy. So if we starting, let's say you got a starting line, and then we got to start 20 yards behind the start line. I say it's time to be as aggressive as possible, just so we can get to zero. Now we can start bargaining and I don't, because everybody get on me like you say it too harsh, you do this, and I'm like, bro, if it's 10 women and they got 15 dudes around them, only maybe one of them might tell them like it really is, and then they not gonna even be around that nigga. So if it's my job, it's my duty to be like, look, bitch, you fucking up. Look, my nigga, you soft as fuck. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, your pussy got passed out. You can't bounce back from that. I'm gonna be like, bitch, you fucked up. You got too much mileage, and my nigga, you being weak. You being soft, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's time to get to zero. It's not, we can't walk, we too far behind, bro, because if we at negative 20 every day, we going back a yard. Even if we did get 15 steps ahead, we still -5. So I'm saying
Red
as
Pill. How
men,
we
bro,
get there
it's
though?
I'm stop saying shit, certain shit is acceptable. Stop telling women it's okay to be promiscuous. Stop telling them
Yeah,
it's okay to be fat. Stop telling them to talk like us. Every female in rap right now got a glizzy too. And shoot
But
with her eyes closed. Look, bitch, stop.
but that's
Just
the
be a
whole.
woman, bro.
That's the thing about the world though, and that's what I wanted to tap in on what Bam was saying about how the ladies act because it's cultural and it's very much enslaved. It's not enslaved in us. That's what I was gonna say, but it's from slavery. The culture of degrading the black man to where we can't protect, can't provide, can't do all these things. And women being promiscuous, having multiple partners and being able to come back to their partner and all that. Same thing with men. And I think that's a big part of the education that they took away from us in the 70s and the 80s and even in the 90s. A lot of the brothers, even if they weren't doing the quote unquote right things, they knew the history. They knew how they were conditioned. You always hear people say conditioned, like a
Well,
dog.
do you think they don't know, or do they use it as an excuse to just be lazy? I think people
I
use
think they don't know. think if you brought Sleazy World on here right now, let's just bring him because he's a popular guy. I think if you brought him on here right now and you asked him what is systemic racism, he wouldn't know what the fuck you're talking about.
No, man, look, let me tell you, everybody educated till listen, so they got to be accountable about it. These
Yeah.
niggas know everything in the book till you put that shit in their face, then they can't read. I ain't got no sympathy for nobody that actually know, and then don't play with me and play stupid when I know you know, because now I really don't like you. So I just think it's just time to be upfront, direct. We fucking up as a unit. That's just what it is. It's time to get back
I
to
mean,
that
but
solidarity.
if you gonna go that far, you know what I'm saying? What do black men care about the most outside of money?
I say family.
Having fun.
It's family and women. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
once you if you put yourself in a slave master's shoes and you see that the more effect that you have on the biggest slave is due to how you remove him from his family, you know what I'm saying? Then that's the that's the little code that they kind of move with. You know what I mean? So the thing about it is that our women may not feel like we care about them. You know what I'm saying? But we overly do. We care about them to where we'll stoop to a stupid ass level and do dumb shit like pay for OnlyFans and goofy ass shit like that. You know, go to strip clubs, throw money you need and all that goofy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? But if every man made a conscious decision for 1 year to just focus on himself, get his bread, don't go to no strip clubs, just kick it and hang around men, don't do nothing. Like if a woman called to get a tow, go call a woman to get a tow. You know what I'm saying? You need your tire fixed, call a woman to fix your tire. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, I
That's
like
gonna
that.
put you that'll put women in a position to be able to see where the value is. Women don't see where the value is. They think the value comes from a man that's just giving them stuff because he's a high earning man and all this social media shit really got us, you know what I'm saying, at a disadvantage. You know what I mean? But
Hey,
it's
but let me
really up
tell
to
you,
us, man, to kind of make a sacrifice. If we not being sacrificial people, we haven't been a sacrificial people since they killed Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, Bam, let me give you the prime example. So I got this little question I ask a lot of the ladies when I get around them or we on the show or something. I say, you want $800 from a nigga that got 1,000, or you want $5,000 from a millionaire? And do you know that I would say 7 to 8 out of the groups of 10 that I asked that question to want the 5,000? The nigga that's gonna push his fuck his like this nigga saved up for that 1,000
yeah,
and give you 800 of it, they still choosing the millionaire. That's the
yeah,
type of women we dealing with.
yeah,
a lot of women don't understand that. I'm gonna put myself out there and a couple brothers on this pod. We got several. I probably all five of us are what you consider high earning men. 10th percentile wage earning men. And I think a lot of women don't understand that don't come. You just don't come out of the womb as that, right? You just don't come out as the man who make all the money, who got the car, who got the plan, right? It's some
Right,
learning to be done. And I
right.
mean, especially for me. I mean, some of y'all on this pod have known me for years and know, man, I'm in the golden age of my life right now. And I think people don't. That's the thing. I hear Bam say it all the time, and it hits my ears wild because I have a wife, and to hear, just his disposition sometimes on women don't want that. Women don't want to have that type of bond, and I feel like they feel the same way about us. They feel like it's us, the same conversation we have, and they put it on the other foot in that way. And it's like Kiki Palmer, y'all. Have y'all seen that thing with Kiki Palmer and Usher?
All week.
I'm gonna pull
mhm,
that up one time. But it's like that. That's the most. It's like, in my opinion, and I seen the meme. It was like we was just tripping on Uzi Vert talking to a girl and taking a picture of her, and homegirl threw her phone at him at work. Basically the man's at work. She going crazy on him. And then a week later, Kiki Palmer's spinning around you for Usher. I don't know. I didn't think that was cool. What you think, Irv? You think if Kiki Palmer is Irv the Phenom's wife, do she get to do a spin and turn for Usher Raymond in Vegas?
The spending Here's the thing. It's you jumped into marriage and a whole lot. Like The
He was just a
cheeks.
boyfriend. He wasn't married.
Yeah. The whole cheeks out publicly is wild to me. Um, and personally, I couldn't see myself marrying a woman that literally exposed her ass cheeks in public like that. That's me. So, um, in that particular situation, uh, do I think that man was wrong for feeling how he felt? No. Do I think he could have been a bit more? I don't even like the word player, just a bit more tactful in how he addressed it with her. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But you dating somebody who goes out showing their ass, literally showing both their ass cheeks in public, so you kind of you get what you sign up for.
But that go back to what I was saying earlier. Like, I think he did it like he supposed to. He's just, hey, chill out. But that's bullshit because that's that coddling shit. Like, okay, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? You did that. Don't do
But
it
if you
again.
sign up for it, that's what I'm saying. If you sign up for it, bro, you
But
stop. Like the issue that came in was dude had recorded video of her like shaking her ass. He was co-signing. The issue is, bro, it was Usher, bro. Usher is a dubious nigga right now.
right.
He did it. He's singing to everybody's fine ass chocolate baby mamas and or wives, girl. He did it with Issa Rae, and I personally felt a way about that. And I've been loving Kiki Palmer, so I personally felt a way about that one too. Usher has to be stopped. The nigga's out of control. The niggas out of control.
Cause
No,
And you think he didn't try it with Saweetie, because that's YG girl.
Cause you,
hey,
you you
hey,
know Usher gonna take your girl when he starts spelling his name and shit. The
man.
Boondocks though. Hey, did y'all remember that episode of the Boondocks that
Yeah,
had Usher? They was
hell
right on.
yeah.
They already knew. They said you gonna let a sexy flexy nigga like Usher come out and take your girl.
But
Yeah,
on a serious note, though, it's just like you really have to consider the most important decision we're gonna make in our lives, in our adult lives, is who we choose to spend the rest of our lives with.
that's a
And
fact.
women that we pick, like we say, like we understand we're supposed to lead as men. A big part of that leading, bro, the primary thing we're leading is our own lives. So when we choose up and choose wrong, bruh, like there's like you just chose wrong, bro. She she walked out the house wearing that.
Facts.
Yeah, I got a different take on that. You know what I'm saying? Because uh I'm gonna try to paint a picture here, but when have we ever seen Kiki Palmer walking around with her ass out?
I'm
I,
glad you touched on that because she's
You know
having
what I'm
this
saying?
boost of mommy sexy energy now. That's true.
The thing about it is that a lot of women, and I spoke about this before. A lot of women deal with postpartum. You know what I'm saying? Postpartum is the shit is heavy. You know what I mean? And as men, we really don't even
hear
know
me out,
what
bro.
we dealing with because she don't know what she dealing with. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not saying it like as an excuse, but I'm saying it because I understand it. You know what I mean? She's a woman that, you know, she's cool. She hasn't like been like on the top of the sexiest woman in the world her career or nothing. You know what I'm saying? She look good and shit, but you know, once a woman have a baby, bro, they want to feel sexy. You know what I'm saying? They want a certain type of energy to come to them. You know, so the time that we living in, majority of women are walking around like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not saying that it's an excuse, but you know, it is what it is. And I just feel like shit, as a man, dog, if you're not having these type of conversations with your woman and y'all not being open and transparent about the shit, you don't really understand your person. You know them, but you don't understand them. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So if you understand your woman and she can, she can vocalize that to you, then it could be some sense of comfortability there. But the comfortability ain't there. You can tell he know her, but he don't understand her.
But
And
man,
the way he
let
responded, I think, is a testament to what you're saying about knowing her but not understanding. To be honest with you, bro, it don't look like something where they was already on good terms anyway.
Yeah,
Because, like I said, I don't feel he wrong at all for feeling a way about it. I just think that the way that he handled it, especially in 2023, where all hoe behavior is celebrated and you shame for having any kind of moral compass, um, you know, I feel like he should have 100% checked it, but it's a way that you check it, and that's,
yeah,
you know, if that line of communication that you're speaking about was open, I think it probably would have been something where it was like she probably wouldn't even made it to the Because here's the thing, bro. I ain't really ever had to check. I don't even. I don't get into the insecurity about how my woman dresses. I tend to not date women that dress in any kind of way I wouldn't approve of. You see what I'm saying? But if I've had my women ask me like, how does this look? Is this too much? And you know, it's that line of communication that you're saying. If your line of communication is open, I don't think it gets to that point. So I feel like personally they might have had something. They might have already been on the outs before this happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's up, Red Pill?
Well, this what I'm gonna say. This is the behavior that when they get 35, 40, and they gonna be Vivica Fox sitting on the reel, sitting on the view, and then everybody to feel sorry for their goofy ass. And then they gonna be like, "Well, I was just living my life." Now this is where it's a train wreck. You got younger women emulating this. Now I'm not an advocate of telling women from 18 to 30 to have fun and do what you want to do. You got to get your life set. As a man, 18 to 30, 35, you can literally fuck it off and figure it out in a year and be back in the game. When you talking about somebody's life, a woman 18 to 30, 18 to 30. Now you starting to roll in the high risk pregnancy. 35. Now you might have a baby with 9 toes, and then you still looking for the same nigga you was looking for back when you had your ass out in Cancun at 23. It's not gonna happen. It's
And
almost like we selling dreams. Look, bitch, it's over. You got a baby. You got a nigga that taking you serious. You Kiki Palmer. You know what I'm saying? You got your name out there. And then when they get something and they lose it, they think lightning strike 5 times in a row. A lot of women don't meet 2, 3 good men in their life. And you fucking it up. A man that's gonna check his woman about what she got on, because that was one of them backpack outfits. I know he ain't let her walk out like that. She got dressed wherever she was at. Because y'all know y'all saying he don't know her like that. You ain't gotta know every woman in the world. You just know they all got an inkling of hoe. It's 2023. TikTok is here, baby. Fuck
I
that.
mean,
I'm
but
not
see,
telling.
that's the thing though. If you got the mindset where you understand how women are, why are you letting the type of shit affect you? You know what I'm saying? You know the possibility is there. You know what I mean? So if you know the possibility is there and it happens to you, why does it trigger you? You know what I mean? So that's the question within self that we gotta check as men, because if that type of shit is triggering to you, you know what I mean, then you're gonna have to find some type of woman that you don't have to go get you a Muslim that stay covered from head to toe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you're gonna
and
have to
here's
be
here's
on
what's
that.
crazy though. I don't think it's that drastic.
What you think?
It,
Go ahead, Earth.
I don't think it's that drastic, but I feel what you're saying though, because I definitely had thought like, man, let me just. I'm about to go ahead and get this passport stamped up and go find me a traditional. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't that drastic.
Passport.
The same
Okay,
way,
so for me, right? So for me, I understand human beings.
right?
You know what I'm saying? Forget all the male and female. I understand the human being, right? It's just like a dog. I could train a dog to the best of my ability. You know what I'm saying? I could train this dog to go outside and do all this shit in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? They go outside and use the bathroom. The one time they use the bathroom in the house, am I supposed to get rid of the dog? You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking dog, dog. It's gonna do dog shit. It's the same way I look at humans. Women are gonna do women shit. Men are gonna do men shit. You are a man. You know what men do. You know that it's probably a nigga that's close to you that'll probably try to holler at your baby mama after you quit talking to your baby mama. But the nigga
Right.
smile in your face all the time. You know what I'm saying? Women are
Right.
going to do, you know, women are sneaky. You know, women, a married woman, fuck with a nigga, have a side nigga, and go home to her husband and cook for the nigga and sleep in the same bed with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know this shit, right? So for me, I had to not just understand humans, but understand myself. You know what I'm saying? If that type of shit triggered me to where whatever a person do moves me to where I want to fuck them up, or I feel like I gotta check them in an extent because I feel like they disrespecting me or they got the audacity or something, that's too much power. You know what I'm saying? I can't let nobody have that power over me. So I learned how to just be cool and accept people for exactly who they are. Now, I'm not saying that I'm gonna put up with a lot of shit. I'm just saying I get it. I understand. You know what I mean? So if that's how you move, then that's cool. I'm cool. That's just you. If I want to deal with it, that's my decision. If I don't, that's also my decision. But I'm not about to let whatever it is that you do trigger me to where I feel like I gotta check you or talk crazy to you or yell at you or go upside your head or I gotta get at this nigga and all that other shit. Like, nah, I'm not doing none of that.
But
I think
Ben,
I think we just gotta be careful to
Let me.
not conflate the nature of woman with hoe shit. That's what I'm saying. Because the reason
and
why
why not?
the reason why I say this is that's like conflating the nature of man with bum ass niggas that sleep on girls' couches. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a bunch of them niggas, but I damn sure ain't one of them. So I think that it's the cloth of the person. Period. If you're dealing with a certain tier, like when you
That's
use
facts.
a dog in your analogy. So when you deal with a certain breed of dog, it has a disposition to behave a certain way out the gate. So when you got a certain cloth of person, I think that you're going to have certain like if you got a busy hustler, you're not about to get a lot of time with them.
Yeah,
That's the type of
but at
thing
the
I
end of
think
the day,
applies to
but at
women.
the end
You
of
get
the
a certain
day,
type of woman, you're going to have certain issues with certain types of women.
yeah, but at the end of the day, every dog shit. Every dog is a possibility that they can bite you. You know what I'm saying? Every dog still has a similarity to do the same thing, even though they don't do the same thing often. You know what I'm saying? The characteristics are still there. It's a dog. That's the same thing for a woman. That's the same thing for a man. The possibility is always there.
That's true. That's true.
And regulate, man. I don't believe in just like you said. I mean, shit. We could just stay with the dog shit. You gotta do some training. You gotta like women are designed. I know y'all said since birth, women are designed to seek security and to seek because outside of cell phones, police, guns, weapons, they can't survive outside. If it was just animals and people, women would die without the protection. They
But the
just
thing,
they can't get down like that. And that's biological. We can't put you can't just say because we got modern day conveniences, we got microwaves, we got washing machines. They used to have to wash this shit by hand. You used to have to brush each tooth with whatever you had. But because the world has evolved, it doesn't take you out of your biological nature. Our biological nature is to be with somebody fine as a motherfucker. We not chasing fat women, and I don't care how much they push the agenda. Your mind will even tell you, like, bro,
Red
you
pill.
want
You not chasing fat
I'm about to say
women.
I don't I don't
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
some chubby chasers out
It's
there.
some
well
that I say chubby. It's a boy. You better. But hold on, before we go too
no,
far,
keep
before we
getting
go
on the
too
big
far, hold
girls. I
on.
don't get
Let
it.
me segue. Welcome to the Love Live. It's Sunday night. This is a safe space. I'm blessed this evening to got the brothers. We got the fellas out. It's fellas night. Not too many times we do this. We have an all male panel this evening. Now we've had a couple controversial subjects that we're talking about, but as I mentioned, this is a safe space. If you want to tap into the conversation, you got something to say, give us a call at 816-398-8229. We are live on Twitch. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. And before we go back to the conversation, if you're just tapping in, what kind of started this conversation was us talking about Keke Palmer and Usher. So if y'all didn't know, over the weekend, you know,
ass was out.
he knew exactly what to do. Let's go back. Do you see how he went into his sexy shit? Like, oh yeah, this what you want. This what you. I done gave many of them this shit. Look how he looked when she grabbed him. Oh, no, you didn't.
He pushed that pelvic in too.
Yeah, that nigga was like, bitch, you gonna get what? That's what you doing? One more time.
Yeah.
Should we keep it going with the fact that Keke
Look
Palmer
at the
wanted
look
to
on his
dress like
face.
a hoe,
He
showing
probably
her
never
butt
thought it was
cheeks at
possible.
Usher's
He was like,
concert in
well,
Las
shit.
Vegas,
When
and then
in
her
Rome,
boyfriend Darius?
that boy, everybody reacted to
Should we?
it. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. You can call me tender dick, whatever the shit
yeah,
is.
I just don't see nothing wrong with it. I'm sorry, I
I,
don't.
I I didn't
Well,
see nothing wrong with that. Was it
I don't
more
see
to
nothing
that?
wrong with it.
No, that's it was more to it, but that was the worst of it.
Yeah.
Before we go too far, we actually had a late panelist join, one of our normal people, Mr. Bad Luck, the Kansas City
bad luck,
Kid.
What's
my
up with it,
nigga.
Uh,
brother?
What's up,
look
fam?
at it. He in the lab today. I don't know what he do. He got the mic in the background, but it
Okay,
is what
hold
it
on.
is.
Hey, Cope, before I let me just say this to Irv and Bam. Y'all gotta understand the average nigga. I would call y'all above average. Irv got his shit cracking. Bam, a lot of women are attracted to you and love the way you think. You can't expect every man, every guy on this planet. Most niggas is just goofy, bro. Like the way you understand life, most men don't understand. They naive. They think these bitches is flowers and they weeds, bro. They be thinking, they be like, yeah, I got a good, nah, not her. And
But
this is what's dangerous because that's why niggas jump off the bridge. If niggas knew the same things that Irv and Bam was talking, how y'all was back and forth in it, most men wouldn't go crazy. They'd be like, shit, I already know, I know how these bitches is. But these niggas be like, no, I got one. She just popped a baby out, bro. Like after
I
you do
think
that,
that's a problem though right there. That idea that it's like self-preservation, right? You find out fire is hot and you do not fuck with fire no more because you found out it's hot. But you
well, now you
can't
just don't get too close. It ain't that you
right.
gotta not fuck with it.
But you can't spend the rest of your life with an irrational fear of stoves and campfires and shit. You know what I'm saying? And the issue is the reason why a lot of turmoil I feel like we having with women is because niggas get hurt in the same situation you talking about, where it's like, oh my God, not her. She was the one. Those harsh realities, right? They happen, and now we take on a disposition where we talking like these bitches do this and these bitches do that, da 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 da. These women hear this. The ones that ain't bitches, the queens, they hear this, and they like, you don't even like women, nigga. So how you gonna tell me anything? They're not gonna go through the ups and
right.
downs of listening to any kind of critique we have or any kind of communication we be trying to have. We wonder why they so hard. Now, yes, you do have hard head ass women. That's how they are. But you also have the woman that's worthy of all the shit you have to offer as a good man. That she's getting turned off by you. Like, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying us
Yeah.
having a disposition where it's like we so hurt and scared and shit. Earlier, I believe my guy in the blue shirt, his name is Bam, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this brother said something earlier about if men with a year not dating. That shit, I thought she was going somewhere else with it, but that idea of us going a year not fucking with nothing but our purpose, that shit's everything, bro. Because in that moment, that's whenever we can sort out all that shit and be able to come back with a cool perspective and surround ourselves with cool women. You know what I'm saying? Like women that help you be like, all right, cool. I can see the shit I was choosing was just fucked up. You know what I mean? Because I truly don't believe. I think people's nature is fucked up. People's nature is evil. But I
Yeah.
truly believe if I exist, there's also a woman that exists that carries the same principles and standards and holds herself to the same standard as I do.
Well, Herb, this is what you said. You said queens. I want you to name three right now.
Three queens.
Yeah, because the queens got kings. So we talk about three single queens.
I fuck with a couple of them.
They single and they queens.
Don't why you gotta blow his spot up now? You know what's really
Cause
gonna be
you
it.
know what? No, no, no. Nah,
It's
Herb, my
like
nigga don't.
in my
But
mind, I was about. I'm a married man, and I was sitting thinking like I thought about three, and I was like, I wouldn't even say their names. That's just crazy. You a crazy
three
man.
three is a long number for queens. Ain't no
So let
queens
me
out
ask you
here.
I ain't
this,
about
Where
to
they at?
drop that on
Red
here and
Pill.
have
Out
these
of
niggas
all the
sliding
women
in
on
the
your
inbox and fucking them up.
You
all
said
the
what?
all,
I said
Go
I ain't
go
gonna drop
ahead,
their
Coach.
names and have niggas slide in the inbox and corrupt them and fuck them up, and make them jaded and
Oh,
have them crazy and shit.
I get
It's
you. I
rare.
do
It's
get you on
rare.
that. It's very, but that's what I'm saying. Queens is not a dime a dozen, bro. Like it's very rare
It's
to find
not.
a good woman, bro. It is,
That's
dog.
why the work
let
is
me let
on
me ask
us,
you
bro.
this,
And I
Red
say
Pill.
the work can come to understanding how. All right, think about this. If you a rare dude, if you know people not cut from your cloth, dude, like me personally, I don't cheat. I have no reason to cheat because if I'm
Fact.
dating you, I'm trying to build something with you. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be completely honest. If I'm dating, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I got about 3, 4 other girls. We gonna keep everything up front. A lot of dudes don't do that. I don't
Yeah, they
need
don't.
anything from any woman. I don't need to sleep on your couch. I don't need you to give me no money. I don't need nothing. I don't need you for emotional stability. I talk to my therapist for that. I don't need you for anything. I want you, but I know that's rare. So
Fact.
I know how rare I am.
Yeah.
So I
That's
know what I'm not gonna tolerate when it comes from a woman with hella baggage. she ain't sorted her shit out from the last dudes that did her however, whatever. So I also know that as rare as it is, it's a big undertaking. It's a big task. It's a big choice for me to be like, yo, this gonna be my woman forever. In the past, of course, bro, we all done fell in love with a hoe before. We underestimated how ugly it is outside. It's disgusting out there. But once you
Man,
know,
speak for
you
yourself,
got
cause I was a
you just gotta put
teenager.
on yourself to do better.
No, but okay, hold on, Cope. What'd you say? I wanted to hear your question.
No, I got a real question for you though. So, uh, out of the women that surround you though, because like you're not some dude to just be with the fellas, but like, do you know any quality women? Like in reality, like if do you know any women that you could say like, man, be like be like her? Like who is your model for women? Like some kind of way for you to get this strong opinion is
Uh,
some kind of model or something,
And
right?
we all got mamas, bro.
I
Like that's
don't,
the whole thing.
I,
Like, is everybody mama
yeah,
ain't shit? Like, hell
but
Everybody
my
don't
mama
got
don't.
mamas.
But see,
Everybody don't got mamas.
if my mama ain't shit, I ain't about to call her no queen because she my mama.
that's true.
I'm not doing it, bro. See, that's
That's
the
true.
coddling shit. If my daughter grows up, she's a whore and she has an OnlyFans. You stay over there, you little bitch. I didn't raise you like that. Who are you? I don't see that. That's
Wow.
the thing I grew into. I'm not with the just because you call yourself a nigga. What's the accolades, bitch?
Wait a
We,
minute. I want to ask Red Pill questions because
What's
you
good?
said that. I know I'm just tapping in and chiming in and shit like that. Came in late and all this shit. You feel me? I'm in this bitch though. But so do you feel like a woman is a hoe because she got an OnlyFans?
She might not be, but she might as well be.
how's she not a hoe for having OnlyFans?
Well, that's why I said it. She can do like feet pictures, or she can do like cooking naked or whatever. It's whole shit. I was trying to make it right. Irv, you right. I'm
I'm about
wrong.
to say,
That's
come
whole
on,
shit.
Okay, so
right is right, wrong is
I'm
wrong.
just
You
I'm
got
just trying to
your
understand
property.
your train of thought with it. So at the same time, so like if a woman is a stripper, that's another profession kind of in that lane. If a woman's a stripper, she's automatically a hoe too. I'm just trying to understand if that's how you
Yeah,
see.
it's just not something to gamble on. I would err on the side of caution and say yes, it's a hoe, and don't even try to put your energy into it because guess what? You're gonna fail.
I mean, what if she doing it, just to take care of her children? She ain't.
Well, unfortunately, pick something else.
That boy been in the club. She said, "I'm just taking care of my." That boy
I
Nah,
was
don't
nah.
want to
listening
hear
right
that
Hey
there.
man,
He
shit.
was
cause
listening
it's
now, boy. Don't be listening
I
to
don't
that
want to
shit.
hear.
nah. I'm
I,
I'm just saying, cause it's hard out here for females, man, and they
whoa,
primarily the ones. If a relationship don't work out, they usually get the kids. You know what I'm saying? The daycare over $1,000 a kid. How you gonna take care of three, four, five kids by yourself, working at McDonald's or whatever it might be?
but that's their choice. They shouldn't have fucked everybody and then had to resort to selling their body to get bread. That's all. It's all a decision they made. If a man fucks his life up, he has to go figure it
You ain't
out.
got to
A
get into
I
woman,
the
we
mean,
can't
financial
but
just.
shit.
what's the difference
She
between
made she made the she made the
what's the difference
decision
between a
with
woman having
somebody
like
else.
OnlyFans or a woman working at Hooters with an everyday job, but she dressing skimpy, or
It's both.
Twin Peaks or some shit like that? Like I'm just saying. I mean, just in my opinion, sex sells. Everybody knows that, and that's directly not selling sex. I mean, you feel me? They not meeting these niggas or nothing. Like these niggas are spending money on online pictures and videos and shit. Like to me, I respect the digital pimping because they physically don't have to do what women in the 70s, 80s, 90s had to do. Like they physically had to get the money from these niggas, talk them out their money or whatever. But nowadays, like they don't even never have to see these niggas and they racking up. So I respect the hustle. You feel me?
I,
You a
I,
marry you a marry your OnlyFans girl?
nope.
You asking me, Irv?
Would anybody on this panel marry
Nope.
fans girl?
Nope.
I don't believe in marriage, but I'll be with whatever I like. I don't care what the fuck they got.
Bam. Bam, you
Fine.
say some shit that blows my motherfucking mind sometimes. I'll be like, bro, Bam, if you was a real pimp, I would be like, man, they probably be jumping on my nigga. Cause you got the stature of a gargoyle, but you such a nice person, bro. You need to start back.
I just get it. I understand because like shit, 80s and 70s babies, those women were able to see men taking care of homes. You know what I'm saying? Anything after that, these women don't have a consistency of watching men take care and provide for women. They're watching a woman, they mama, go out there, hustle, and get it the best way she know how. And you
So let
living
me
in
ask you this. So Bam, what you just said, I'm gonna just take your example. They're watching their mothers fail and then they emulate it or make it an excuse to why they can just go out and fail. It doesn't
no,
work.
they're not making it an excuse, bro. It's just they developing the hustle and nature about what they getting from their mama, what they seeing their mama do. You know what I'm saying? So if they make a bad decision that puts them in a place where now they got to bite down and do whatever it is they got to do, they develop that mentality along with the societies, along with the society basically moving in that direction where it's no men out here really taking care of these women. You know what I'm saying? Like
But
they going out here, they trying to figure it out just like we trying to figure it out as men. But you got a lot of men, yeah, they on their shit. You know, you got a lot of men that may roommate, but you also have a wide variety of men that go from woman to woman and live with woman to woman and they ain't never had their own shit. You know what
okay,
I'm saying? So
I
Facts.
get I get you on that, but what I'm telling you is the woman is like the recipe that she got burns up every time. But then if you counsel her to something that, hey, watch this. This is how this works. Hey, go look at my homie Copeland, him and his wife. Hey, how did they work? How did y'all make it 18 years? You know what I'm saying? Most of the
yeah, but
men
the
that's
thing
around
is,
me on a weekly basis, they are men that are in long-term relationships, got all kids by the same woman, all of that. And I duplicate that recipe in my message, and that's what I be telling them. But a
but the
woman will
thing
watch these Cardi B's and this Kiki Palmer look, all these skanks fucking fail. Kim
because
Kardashian got more
the
money
thing
than she
about it
can
is
worry
this, bro.
about. And go
The
ahead.
thing about it is this, you know what I'm saying? What Copeland got, what my little brother got, what a couple other brothers I know that are married and been married for years got, that's their system. That's their life. That don't have nothing to do with us. We are completely different from them. So the energy
But
that we're gonna get from a person is not gonna be the same that they're getting from their person.
but
You know what I'm
Bam,
saying? Like
Bam,
they ran into that.
Bam, you contradicting yourself because you saying the girls is watching they single mothers and emulating that. Then how come they can't emulate something that is successful? Why
Hear me
can't
out.
they
Let,
mimic
let
that?
me let me let
It's
me
I feel
butt
like
in
in
one
this
second though.
conversation,
consistent.
we're not
It's
leaving no
not
space.
consistent. It's not
We're
in
not
a
leaving
household.
space for women that
It's not consistent. It's not in a household. You talking about something that's out of the household. When I mentor these little boys,
Froze.
when I'm talking to these boys, I gotta stay on them consistently because if I don't, they around too much other bullshit, too much
Fact.
influential bullshit and peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? I can
Right.
I can bring them into my home. I can take them out of town. I can do all that shit. A nigga can have a football team and do everything in the world for these little boys, man. But when they get outside and they hanging around their partners longer than they hanging around you, that
Yeah.
peer pressure is going to be something completely different. Yes, they know a different direction that they can go in. This just feels comfortable for them.
Well,
You,
you
you
get
know, you know. I'm gonna say this for all the married men, and I want Ralph to, or excuse me, Bree Love to chime in on this too. The biggest thing about being married is just one thing, and what Bam said is 100% right. It's your system, but one thing I think that single men, whether you know it or not, or whether that's the reason you ain't got married, it's also about you gotta let everything go. It's kind of what I mean. You gotta be willing to share your everything, and that's really the biggest. So even like your embarrassments, your wins, your losses, your truths, your lies. Most of the time we do that anyway in a relationship, but that title, so to speak, or the system of what's going on. Like for me being married, it's for everybody else. When you get married, it's for everybody else to know. You wear the ring, everybody knows you got that person, and that's
Facts.
really the biggest thing about it. So with that red pill being said, some chicks that is OnlyFans girls or strippers or got checker pass is married, bro. A lot of them, and a lot of them that try to be goody two shoe and be the prude that you want that girl to be. A lot of them is the quote unquote whores. Them is the ones that you meet When you meet the ones that just act like they do nothing, they be the ones that do every single thing, and that be the ones that got the game. So
I,
I don't
yeah,
know, man. It ain't
I mean,
no.
it's always a toss up, but you do got to use your regular common sense, intuition. You got to pay attention. If the ass is out day one, it's coming. It's coming. You
But
met me like this. I don't
but
give a
if you
fuck.
met
She
it,
had a baby. If she get married to you, she gonna be like you met me like it's coming.
but when you
If she
meet
put her
four, if
finger
you
in
meet
your
four
ass, it's
women,
coming back.
What?
if you meet four, what
What
nigga?
now?
No, I
All right,
said
hold on.
if a
Yeah,
girl put her finger in your ass, it's coming back.
no, no,
That's
she
how
getting out
women
of my
are.
house. Get the fuck out of
No,
my
I'm
house.
saying
That's what we
What?
doing.
if you slip up and say, and she put that magic on you and oh you don't love me all this. Sometimes a nigga slip up and do some stupid shit that he don't want to do. But what you got to
What?
understand is it's always gonna come back.
Well, I'm gonna tell
Wait
you
a
this, Red
minute.
Pill. One thing about it is this. One thing I know about the club is the worst place to meet a woman because you get to see what she thinks society is the best mannequin for what niggas like. And oftentimes you might catch a chick that got on that dress at the club and that's the only time she ever gonna wear it. And that's it
Right.
right there in that setting because that's what everybody else is doing. It's the,
Right.
you know,
I can't agree with that either.
Well, yeah,
you think the club is the true representative of who you getting, who you meeting, who
No,
you seeing?
I would
man,
I,
I think
I
Copeland
would
always
say
say that. Copeland act like, so you saying ain't no good women ever at the club? Like she could be a chick that don't even go to the club there
Nope.
with her homegirls on some
She
bullshit.
ain't the club.
Bad
Hey,
luck sound like
Bam
like
does a lot of
fire, my
security at the
boy.
club, so I'll take his opinion too, because I know he been
But
to the
you
club as
always
much
say
as
that
me.
bro,
though.
it's some good women that
Bam,
go to the club, bro.
Every
Bam,
weekend,
Every woman
Bam, how
ain't
many
just
I
every
didn't
every
woman
say every
ain't
weekend
just
though.
weekend. I said that's what I said though. I said in every blue moon she could just be there popping up, want to do something. So every woman in the club just
Yeah.
ain't shit, is what you saying. You
When I
got
used
fat
to be
ass bitches,
single, that
but
used to
you
be
ain't.
where I went fishing, and I
but
always caught a
you
fish.
talking about your
hey,
experiences though.
hey,
You know what
hey,
I'm
hey,
saying?
hey,
You
Bam,
can't you
if you
can't get an
anybody you know
overall.
on the first name basis at the club is not wifey material, my nigga.
You said what?
What's up?
Irv, what you think? Irv, see, I fuck with Irv because Irv ain't even the type of brother to go to the club. Irv gonna meet your chick. Where you gonna meet? Where you gonna meet her at, Irv?
Look, bro. Here's the whole thing. I believe that if I'm in my bag pursuing my purpose, she gonna be somewhere along the trail in the marathon. You see what I'm saying? If I'm nigga, my purpose ain't in the club. My purpose ain't it ain't in no little it ain't in the strip club.
He
My
lying.
purpose is
See, he's
somewhere else.
skipping.
I meet her in a space where
Man, I
you said
think
I'm
too many.
skipping.
No, you good, Irv. Go ahead. I can hear you now.
So if I go, if I'm in a certain level of place that ain't got nothing to do with where I want to be in life, and then I'm not gonna meet my wife there, bro. My wife is gonna be along the path of somewhere when I'm in my bag doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That's how I know, because just like not to sound no kind of way. Well, fuck it, if it sound the kind of way it should, but like it's certain situations like what the fuck are you doing even talking to me? Like really think about this. Think about certain let's not use women as an example. Let's use niggas as an example. It's certain niggas so grimy and you don't even want to stand next to them because somebody might shoot at their ass. It's like, nigga, I don't want to talk to you. We ain't got nothing in common. We don't have anything to talk about. You move differently than I move. We don't have the same values or principles. I will not hang out in the same spots you hang out in. It's the same shit with women, bro. It's like, what do we
Yeah,
got to talk about?
but now you got to understand that you passing up a blessing that may be placed right in front of your face. You know
God
what
ain't
I'm
put
saying?
my
Now
blessings in place I shouldn't be.
I ain't saying you got to be with a certain type of woman, and I ain't saying that you got to sit here and talk to a certain type of nigga. But it's a reason why people come into your space and come into your energy. You know what I'm saying? And if you not being accepting to
You
that
said it
shit.
right there, bro. You said it right there. It's a reason. You said it's a reason that people come into your space. So I got to make sure that space they meet me in is a high vibrating space. It's a space in line with my purpose that God got for me.
But
That's
see
what I'm saying.
That's the difference between. I ain't saying that. I'm not saying that you wrong. Don't you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. And I ain't trying to disrespect you or nothing like that. I'm just trying to give you a perspective from my standpoint because I used to feel the same way about that. But when I started mentoring, you know, so not just kids, bro, but just adults. You know what I'm saying? I understood that. Yes, I vibrate on a high frequency, but sometimes I got to come down to where they at. You know what I'm saying? It's just it is what it is. You know what I mean?
But
Like I can't be afraid of the lesson or the blessing that's right in front of me if I keep trying to push it off and miss it. You know what I'm saying? It's something there, dog, and I'm always trying to figure it out and find out what it is.
When
So
you
I don't
say
just
come
push.
down to where they're at, what do you mean by come down to where they're at?
yeah,
I'm
elaborate.
saying, I'm saying like I don't go to clubs. I don't do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I do go to show face. I do go to show my support. I do go to try to bump into, you know what I'm saying, certain brothers here and there. You know what I mean? I'm
So
coming
you're
down
on
to
your
them.
purpose.
You know what I mean? Huh?
So when you do that, you're on your purpose, right? Like you say, when I'm
My
doing my
purpose,
mentoring.
bro. My purpose is a direction of my feelings. It's not the same thing every day. My purpose is just to experience life and keep experiencing and learning. I don't have a direct purpose where I feel like, oh, I gotta strictly be on this. I gotta strictly be like that. You know what I'm saying? I do all kind of different shit. Boy, I mean, my brother, I listen to I use in the country music. I wear cowboy hats. I wear cowboy boots. I ride horses. I ride motorcycles. I'm diverse. I can go in any room I want to go in and fit in and be cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a direct purpose to where growing up, I'm like, oh nigga, I'm a street nigga. I ain't gonna never change. I'm gonna be like this, I'm gonna be like that. And everybody who know me from my past know that I was like that. But the way that I am today shows me a whole different route. I've been consistently growing and going all my life. You know what I'm saying? So anything that comes to me, I'm accepting to it. You know what I mean? I may not like it. It may make me feel some type of way. But when I go home, I'm gonna deal with it personally with myself and ask myself, what was it about this dude that made me feel like this? What was it about this woman that made me feel like this? So I can understand what I got going on. Cause it ain't them. It ain't never them. It's always you. Nobody can operate your system. Nobody can operate your feelings and emotions. It's just you. So you understand that, you understand everybody else and everything else.
When I say purpose, I think that's the thing that we might be having a different idea on. Like when I say purpose, your life path that you know that you're supposed to be on, because that's what God has designed you to do, to give to the world. So, um, because earlier I feel like I heard you say during your mentorship, when you do your adult mentoring, sometimes you have to go down amongst the people. So technically, in doing that, you would be on your purpose if that's what you feel like your purpose is. I'm saying that any man, I feel like a man is gonna meet his wife that's gonna work out great for him while he's in his bag. The same way that we say you met her in a strip club with her ass out, you know what you should expect later. I feel like it's the same concept. If I met you on my purpose, you was on your purpose too. Let's say we was at a I don't know, financial literacy conference, and she was too, and we started talking about financial literacy. I can expect that relationship, we gonna be able to make some money together. If I
Yeah,
met
but
her
that
at the
don't mean you
club
gonna
drunk as
have
fuck and
great
I was drunk as
sex.
fuck,
That don't mean she gonna be able to communicate with you. It don't mean none of that. It just
it
mean
don't
that
mean I
y'all
gotta
gonna
get in a
make. It
relationship
just
with her
mean that y'all
either.
gonna make money. That's
Okay,
all that means.
I
It
You know
don't
know.
what
mean
I'm
that I got to get in a relationship with her either. I'm just saying that there's certain prerequisites. I think that the better we could set ourselves up, like if you know that spirituality is really important to you, then you want to make sure that you're in you're personally, not physically, you're personally in a good spiritual
Yeah,
space.
but I don't hold my spirituality to what ancestors and everyone else has done and how they move. Everything I do in my life is according to me and my feelings. You know what I'm saying? I'm not religious. You know what I'm saying? And I also don't believe that God does absolutely anything for me. Period. You know what I'm saying? It's 8 billion people on this earth. You know what I'm saying? What makes me that special where he doing something for me outside of somebody else that's fucked up? You know what I'm saying? I don't look at my God like that. You know what I mean? I look at my God as he gave me the opportunity to have a life experience and I'm experiencing it. I'm taking full advantage of it in every way that it is, and I'm accepting to it. I'm okay with it. I'm cool with it. It don't trigger me and make me feel no type of way. That's like, you know what I'm saying, what Red Pill was saying when you going back to you know what I'm saying, the men and how they be feeling about that women and the marriage shit. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, when it comes to marriage, I grew up suicidal, bro. I tried to kill myself three times. You know what I'm saying? So within that and going to therapy, I started looking into murder suicide. Murder suicide comes from majority men, predominantly married. You know what I'm saying? When they wife go off and do something, they kill her, they kill the dude, they kill themselves. You know what I'm saying? So it's something emotionally that we tap into because we didn't put so much into something and put this stigma on it and believing that it's supposed to be like this. You know what I'm saying? Where when things go a whole different way, you lose yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm about learning how to control myself. I don't ever want to feel like I don't ever want to have those feelings ever again. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be put in a position where I feel like I want to hurt a woman or hurt myself behind what they done. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, if she go out and choose that she want to fuck on something else, hey, it is. It's her life, dog. That's their choice. Why are we making this shit a big ass deal of a person doing something that they chose to do? That's their choice. We don't run them. We don't own them. If you don't like the choice, let them go on about their business. You go on about yours. It's that simple.
Okay, well, what I say is, because Bam, you say a lot of like you don't have no type of you got all tunnel vision. Everything you say that applies to you, it seems like you don't understand. People can see 2020, they can see 2015, they can see 2030, they can see 520, they can see 25, they can see different things. The way you speak, I'm not saying it's a bad way to look at life, but you got to understand as logical as you sound to yourself or to us on the panel, everybody don't think like that, bro.
I
Because
know that.
but that's what I'm saying. You sitting here saying what you do, what you do, what you do. How do we fix this? Are you saying,
But
hey,
I'm
think like me?
But hear me
no,
out
no.
though.
What I'm
Oh, go ahead, Ben. My bad.
with me saying this is what I do for all my brothers on the panel, the reason that I'm saying me is because I want y'all to understand that you got to tap into you to understand what that looks like for you. You know what I'm saying? I always speak in terms of me because I'm personally talking about me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know y'all life. I don't know every other man's life. You know what I'm saying? I understand my life. So when I'm saying it's just to project that I know me fully,
Right. Okay.
completely.
Okay, Bam. Bam. If you had 100 dudes like let's say it was 100 of us in here,
Uh,
how many men do you think like you?
I don't think no man think like me.
So, but that's what I'm saying. So at that point, how do we, I mean, I'm not saying I don't relate. I hear a lot of
Mhm.
things ins and out that I disagree with and that I wholeheartedly agree with. But if we having conversations, we got to talk to what goes on most of the time and go around that.
But
Like
Yeah,
but
but
but but
the,
hold
but
on, hold
me,
on. One
but
thing.
me.
Let me butt up right here real quick because that's why this is a safe space though, and
right.
that's the difference between the love life. Because here's the deal: not to cut both y'all off, but to say this, people don't choose. If a man has chose what he wants out of his life and can say that to you, I think it's odd that that makes him the odd man out. If you're
Yeah.
out of five brothers and the one brother who's like, all right, I don't want no sushi. I want steak. I want this. I want that. You know, like if you were going to a restaurant, if the man knows what he wants on his plate, and I think for me, like even being married, y'all don't know me and Bam, but I know Bam a while, and me and Bam oftentimes agree to disagree on things because we the same way. You just and that's what I've been trying to say the whole time from the married perspective is when you say you got to give it all to be married, it's just who you are. You got to be secure in who you are. You got to be able to do what you still do to live. And
But
then
when we go back to 100 men in the room, bro, it's just me also knowing that these men may not agree with me, but I'm bringing awareness to something that they probably never even thought about. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that they haven't, it gives them the opportunity to take it home with them and study it if they choose to do so.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it ain't nothing against what you're saying. I just got more of an approach. Like when I speak, I'm like, men and women are not that much different. Like, there are some unique people out here in this world. Absolutely. You got Prince. This nigga was 4'11", wore ass out pants and high heels. I get it. He's different. But most men ain't like that. Most men are just, they want to go to work. They make $50,000. They call other niggas broke. They get a little chick that they settle for because
But
she on
how
the
are
fat
you,
side of the game.
Red Pill? How are you
Huh?
on the same subject? If you said this, so, if he said these are the things he's cool with, that's also speaking to the choir, because it's like, as you as a single person, what make it work better for you? What makes your way of thinking work better for you than his way of thinking? If he's single and you single, it's the same thing, right?
Yeah,
At the
no,
It's
end
but
of
like,
the
at the
day,
end of it, but I like
everybody got
I
their
would
own
go
opinion
ahead.
and do their own thing. And you really can't knock the next man for how he moved. That's just how he move and what works for him. You could get
Right,
like you said, you could have 100 men in the room, and we all got 100 different opinions. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Or we could agree on some shit and disagree on some other shit. But
Yeah,
what works for each individual, that's how they move. That's what makes characteristics in people.
I mean,
right. It's
that's like my brother-in-law. Him and my little sister are high school sweethearts. You know what I'm saying? They know that I don't really like. I'm not into marriage or nothing like that. My family is predominantly into marriage. Majority of the women in my family, they are married. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm not on that. But the thing is that they come to me and trigger. They come to me and pick my brain. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
the things that I say and the things that I'm against and why it actually helps their marriage. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Because there's certain things that they never think about or they never tap into, and they start tapping into it in their marriage and shit. You know what I mean? That'd be cool. But for me, it's just something completely different. But for them, they learn how to make the inner workings of it. But it's no like, okay, well, he think like this, so he not
oh,
on what we on, so we can't hang out with him. We can't talk to him
yeah. No,
like that.
oh,
You know
okay.
what I
And
mean?
Bam, let me follow it up like this, and I get it because let me. I want to put it in more perspective. So think about it like this. You got. I'm just going. It's typical. Kim Kardashian, Cardi B, all these ex hoes. They put it out on the internet like, hey, you can hoe and end out good, and you can have a happy life. These bitches don't be having no happy life. They did the statistics on OnlyFans. The average woman on OnlyFans makes $180 a month. But then they got women on here that make 10,000. And then they got women out here that make $100,000 a month, $80,000 a month. The dangerous part is when you come with such a unique perspective, people start coming and listening to you and valuing what you're saying. And then they start thinking that, okay, cool. I fuck with Bam. I'm gonna try to do what he do. Nigga, you 5'6" and sleep on the couch at your mama house. You can't do that, nigga. It's not gonna work.
but what does Cardi B and Kim Kardashian have to do with the girl you hitting on at Quick Trip, bro? This shit is,
Because what I'm
because if
saying
she thinks like that, because in reality, I mean, what is the number one thing that women look for? If I'm gonna ask each man this one, if you could tell me, what do you think when women meet you? What is the number one thing they look for you for? Let me start with my boy Bree Love, because he ain't got to say nothing. He been sitting back in the cuts. Y'all been leaving my boy. If y'all didn't know, it's bright outside because my boy from Cali, he's sitting out there. It's just crazy to see Red Pill and it's dark, and then
my bad.
you
I
in Cali,
apologize.
it's still bright as shit there.
Right, right.
So what you got to say, Bree Love? You got anything to add to that subject?
Ask me that question again. You just asked me.
So what is the number one thing that women look for from you, or your wife looks for from you?
I mean, it's a lot of number one things, real talk. But financial support. You know, financial stability, should I say? Affection, love. You know, it's a lot, man.
These boys said financial support kept it red pill. One, just one.
Yeah.
Just one. I would just say provision. Just if they feel safe around me. So that's that. I would say that's like my best quality. Like I had a lot of women that fall asleep around me, and I think I don't know how deep that might be to y'all, but
They fell
Man,
asleep around Bill Cosby too. Shit.
hey, look,
Nigga,
goddamn it,
They
now
fell
shit.
right
be
the
not good,
motherfuckers
nigga.
gazoo.
That could
Don't
mean
do your
that could mean
dog
they
like
was
that.
bored, nigga.
Nah,
That
nah,
could be
you know.
good at the same time. That could mean they was bored as a motherfucker. Like, this nigga didn't put me to sleep.
Nah, don't do me like that. Y'all
Nah.
roasting
They
the
went to
real.
sleep with their clothes on. Now, come
I'm
on,
fucking with
man.
But check this out. Most women will drive home drunk before they fall asleep around a nigga they don't know.
That's true though. That's true. I'm
That's what I'm
fucking with
saying. Yeah, bro. I'm not no shiesty nigga. I'm a good motherfucker. And I take pride in it, bro.
All right,
So
bad luck. What do you think? No,
Say the question again.
what's one thing that you think the women you encounter most of the time looking for from you?
Don't see. I'm a different. I'm not the everyday nigga, so it's kind of different with me, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? Some bullshit.
do you
I just
give
say
great hugs?
I say some bullshit. Real talk. It be some bullshit. Some clout. Something, man. It most of the time it don't be no genuine shit. It be some bullshit. That's the best way I could put it. You feel me?
That's the truth.
Bam, same question.
Personally,
Hmm.
more of a compromise just because of the type of person that I am. They know that I don't fly with a lot of shit. I know what manipulation look like. So, majority of women that come to me, they come to me feeling as if they can change my mind on something. You know what I'm saying? And nah, it ain't happening.
I don't know if I could fall asleep around someone named Red Pill Blue
Hey,
Crip. Bloods and
hey,
Crips shooting at us.
hey, Coco. Hey,
That's the
go,
comments. Answer
go.
the question.
I,
The
oh,
comments.
wait, who said that? All right,
The
y'all don't want
question.
to follow.
I
Don't
don't know.
worry about it.
I don't know if I can fall asleep around someone named Red Pill Blue Crip. Bloods and Crips shooting at us.
Nah, nigga.
No, it's Bloods and Crips in peace.
Nah, man. It's all love, man.
Seems like we're comparing the anecdotal to the majority. We got some smart people in the comments.
That's
Well, I don't know if I said that first.
that's what Key. Yeah, Key said
That's
that.
my
That's real
brother.
though.
Yeah,
Key,
that's my brother.
that's accurate. That's
It's
accurate.
very accurate. Yeah.
I
Hey,
think to answer that question,
yeah, you was
it
next, my bad.
depends on the woman. Every woman comes with a different need or agenda.
But you don't get no similarities. You don't get no reoccurring themes. When I was single, I used to feel like I used to get the same reoccurring themes sometimes.
I
Ain't
think
all the same.
when I was less knowledgeable about myself and I valued myself less, I felt like you know, it's just I don't know. Like it really depends, bro. I've dated so many different kind of women. Like some come for fun, some come because at the point in my life they meet me. You know what I'm saying? They can take me home to meet their parents, and they look good on social media. Like Bad Luck said, clout. It depends on the woman. It depends on when she caught me in life.
The woman
But
you had a baby with. Why did you not pull out on her?
why did I not pull out on her? Because I wanted to
Let's
make a
go
baby.
to hard questions.
Nah. I wanted to make a baby with the version of her that I had come to know up to that point for sure.
Oh, y'all not together?
No.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not talking. You know me. I did 13 with mine, but she's definitely somebody to brag about.
Yeah, the woman I have a baby with, I wanted to make my baby was very intentional, and uh, unfortunately, I wasn't as aware of myself and my value and the things I was trying to fill certain holes that I should have done the work prior to even dating. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of shit that I feel like we gotta handle before we even get out here and be
I
dating.
mean, that's the thing. I feel like we all kind of run along the lines of trying to follow a program that ain't for us. You know what I'm saying? We want to believe that that program is for us, and we make ourselves believe that we supposed to go about doing shit this way and that way. Yeah, that shit work for some people, but it don't work for everybody. You know what I
But
mean?
but that's not fair, man. It works for most people. Most people are average. Most people are regular. Most people are. If you had to if you got the list of elite, I'll say it from Erica Badu. I got a quote it. 85% of the world is watchers, 10% are leaders, and 5% are people that just analyze the other 95. Most people are 85%.
85% of the world are followers.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. They
You're
They
just
not gonna
watch
following
know
the
the,
your
they
same.
following the
program until you
program.
know yourself. That's what I think the root of everything is. You're not gonna know your program until you take the time to know yourself. You can't. So it's like Bam saying, like, yeah, everybody's program ain't for everybody. The only way that you can know your program is you can kind of look and
Most
try to take
most
notes.
people don't even have
But
a program that they even understand because they don't know themselves. You
but
know what I'm
how much
saying?
You
dick do they
should.
got to go through to figure out who they are? See, this
You
is
got to go
very
through a lot of
broad
digging, dog.
terms.
You got
You
to go
We,
shouldn't
we
through
even
a lot of
have. You
digging.
shouldn't even be trying to follow
you,
the next motherfucker program in the first place. Like your
but
program, like if you could meet your future wife in the strip club, if that's what works for you, then do that. Like you
you,
might meet your wife in church if that's what works for you. Like your program, you shouldn't be trying to follow the next man's 1-2. Like I learned that with a lot of shit in life. What works for one nigga don't work for everybody. You
Yeah.
feel me?
That's like majority. That's like majority of men, in my opinion. It's like majority of men would much rather be with a woman that has a low body count.
yes,
I'm not majority of men.
But how would you even really know? Because she told you
I
that?
don't
How
care.
would you
You would
really?
never even know. Like, there's no
I
Right.
you,
wouldn't
intelligence, ain't
care
But
neither.
that's
That
the diff,
you can't
you
take
That's
no
the
you
hard
difference
facts
between.
on that.
you
That's the
can't
difference.
you can't hide whole good. Like it worked for a minute. Like as intelligent as insightful as y'all are, y'all gonna sit here and y'all gonna fuck a girl and can tell if she ain't fucked a whole bunch of niggas.
Yeah, I
Come on
most
now.
definitely know. I most
But
yeah.
that's what I'm
definitely know.
saying.
I most definitely
I've been
know.
married too long. I don't
By
know.
the way you
Shout out
perform,
to you, my nigga.
by the way you perform is gonna let me know. You know
Back.
what I'm saying? If you
Right.
don't go how they go, then I know your shit low.
Hold on. One thing I want to add, or you catch some shit like 5 years later. You had it, in 2005, and you come back in 2010, and you like, oh, this shit revved up right here now. This shit,
Yeah.
somebody did. Hold on, what the hell? This motherfucker. This
Yeah.
ain't. Well, somebody did rev this engine up.
She done start
What the
answering
fuck?
them blue checks in her
Yeah,
inbox.
this shit
Man.
is different now. Y'all
But
niggas.
at the end of the day, like I say a modest, pure, more closer to pure as possible is a better success rate for most men. That's just statistics, man. Statistics show that people that get together and the first time they both fucked each other, it works like 90% of the
But
time.
what about
A
you
gra-
That's because
personally, Red Pill?
but
they ain't
me, but
never
look,
experienced nothing.
it took me. I stopped cheating and stopped fucking around with the streets probably when I was 32 or 33 years old, and it took me a long time to get here. And I was telling this girl today, I was talking to this little chick. We met up, and I told her, I said, I cannot have sex with a woman that if I don't think that I'm gonna fuck with you for the long term, I won't even put my dick in you. I didn't had a bitch and spread eagle say, go on home, because I'm not gonna call you tomorrow.
But
Like it took a
abstinence
you know how
ain't
long
a
time.
sign of strength, bro.
What, no. What I'm saying is I can't do that to a woman, bro. That's how much I grew. I used to just knock a bitch down and go on about my business. And then watch her lie about not being a hoe in the street. I don't even do that. I'm not even gonna contribute to that no more.
you
But
at a
it took a
point. You
long
at a
time to
point where
get
you
here.
trying to you trying to find something, man. You trying to make it meaningful. See, ain't nothing wrong
Correct.
with that. You just at a different period in your life where you done matured and you on some whole different type of time.
Absolutely.
I think one big thing that's like the bullshit masculine image though of brothers is just like I'm gonna find the pure woman and I'm gonna that shit is
Why is
in
that bullshit?
reality, bro, because it's just what you
I don't want that shit. Y'all can
because
have
it's
that
just the
shit.
thing of
That
what
shit sound
you
boring.
it's like what you like. It's like let me share something about my wife. Like my wife was an athlete through most of her career. That's what she did for a lot. She ran track. She was in college and did all that, and was in college the majority of her 20s. But my wife, so she was in college for most of her 20s, kicking it, hanging out in another state away from home. Like I don't never ask her like, hey, what the hell you used to do in college all them years, and when you was being popular in school, how that you don't want to know no shit of what happens with what yes or no. If not, the main thing is I think for Bam and I think for Irv and I think for definitely Bree Love being married, and I think for Bad Luck not really even putting y'all in this business, check out Passion Wear Inc. If y'all haven't, check
Shout out
out.
to you.
Shout out to the brand. You know, is knowing what you want. That's the hugest. That's one of the biggest things for men. I think Bam
But
saying like he.
Why is wanting a pure woman bullshit? I just don't
It's
understand it.
exclude. You can have that, but you can't then try to use statistics that whether we know if they're true or not. You just said a few tonight. Now that's cool, but you can't use that to try to then disclaimer somebody like who says, "Man, I take a woman who likes to have fun, or I take a woman who's been around the
Yeah,
block a few times.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I take a woman. I don't know, like red pill. Like you ever had two coochies? Like just
At
certain
one time,
things at one time.
yes.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So
Yes.
so why is it like do as I say, not as I do? It's like
Because
the
that's the
club.
old me. I just told you I'm reformed. Hoes don't really reform like that. They always go
So
backwards.
so how so what made you reform? What was the thing that made you say, you know what? I'm gonna make sure that none of these other brothers mess with the hoes like I used to.
It was one bitch that I was just fucking, and it was like I don't like her, so I'm fucking you. I gotta stop.
Did you have a
That's
kid
just
by
being
her?
honest.
Let
You
me
have
let
a
me ask Red Pill. So you say you want pure. What age range are we talking? Because I'm damn near 40. I don't know about everybody else on the panel. Next year I'm
we all
40.
damn near 40. We all
So you
38.
feel me? Next year a nigga 40, man. So I don't know at this age range how pure women have lived life. They've been in their 20s, they've been to college, they've been, they got a couple baby daddies, like they lived in their 30s. Like at this
Yeah.
rate, like where has she been hiding? Where she's got a nice
College,
little
man
body count
with
on
college.
this
this
bitch
trash
rip.
I'll tell you
coochie.
like this: college freshman homecoming. Go find her. She there.
Did you
Bro,
say
she's
college? Hold
21.
on, what'd you say?
yeah.
College freshman
I don't want none of that.
homecoming.
Now I'm cool.
So that's why you talking about Cardi being Kim Kardashian and that shit because boy you in the wrong place.
He on some
College,
fat tone. He on some fat tone shit. Fat tone used to pull up to the
Hey man,
school and
this
get
what
on the
I'll say.
bed.
Hold on, this what I'll
I used to
say.
go to Hickman. I know I was there. I used to see Fat Tone out there on them
Yeah, he used
goddamn
to pull up
rims.
to the
God
school and
damn
get
it,
on the
Fat
females,
Tone.
man.
These nigga pull up in the vet. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold
Okay,
on, hold
so
on. Somebody
if
said R. Kelly. This nigga
no
said meet him at
man,
the
not R. Kelly.
McDonald's.
I said college freshman homecoming. But hold on, but check this
But
out.
you 40, boy.
Go
You need to
go
be escorting somebody there. Like we
I
got
don't want
kids
no
that
30-year
age.
old vagina. I have worked
Man,
too hard to not be picky, god damn it. I'm telling you like this. 9/11, 2001, when we was under attack, they flew buildings in the planes for virgins, not whores. They was like, hey, when you get to heaven, you get untouched pussy. They was like, shit, come on, bro, let's fire this motherfucker up. But if they would have been like,
Yeah,
you
they
get
didn't get
whores, nigga, them
they
planes
didn't
would have
get
never
none
hit
of
them
that.
buildings.
They didn't get none of that though.
I know, but they was promised. That's how much niggas value purity. They gave a life for it.
Why do men cheat and accuse the good women of all sorts of dumb BS, knowing good and well she's a good loyal woman, sweet and kind and handle all business? We don't know Martina.
Yeah.
We do not know Martina. Call in and tell us about it, girl, because we confused.
Yeah, I think it's a lot.
I mean,
It's just go ahead,
that's
go
a,
ahead, my
that's
bad.
a, that's one of them. And I ain't trying to sound disrespectful or nothing, but that's one of them questions that try to make it seem as if women are not women, like they just, you know what I'm saying, just perfect. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect, man. Everybody falls short to desires. Yes, you can be a good woman and all that. You know what I'm saying? And in the majority sense, you know, people are going to do whatever it is that triggered them. It don't mean that every man is triggered by the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's
But
some niggas.
most men are though, man. That's what I'm saying. I get it. Not
I know.
everybody. You got elite people out here. But when 90% of it is what it is, you can't just speak on the 10 because it's rare. Let's just go with what mostly happens. If you run a red light all day, you're probably gonna get hit by another car. Like that, chances are, maybe you can go through the whole day running red lights and never crash. That's okay, cool. You got lucky. Do it again tomorrow and see what happens. Most of the time, with what you're saying, it's not gonna work. Marrying a whore, dedicating your life to somebody who is promiscuous, is not going to work.
Have you?
It's not gonna
but but
work.
but
It's not
sometimes
gonna work.
sometimes they can change, and you know what I'm saying, they can
No,
get out of
Hold on,
that
no.
phase
Listen, listen.
and you
It's
settle down and shit.
it's not gonna work according to how you see the shit going. You know what I'm saying? Is if that's the shit that you get into, it's gonna work for whatever system that you develop. You know what I'm saying? So if I develop a system where shit, I know what I'm getting into. I know what she like. I know what she on. And she like to have a fling once a year. If I'm cool with it, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? I know what it is. It may not look right for nobody else, but for me, it may be cool. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean that it's wrong.
And there's some
I didn't
niggas
say it
that
was wrong. I
might
said it's
like that.
rare.
You know what I'm saying? Just because that ain't what works for you, that run back to what I said about 100 niggas might have 100 different opinions.
But
Just because you're not willing to deal with that.
this the thing that's crazy, right? Because I've actually asked this, you know what I'm saying, with a bunch of men, probably like 30 of us. I asked them, I said, if you had one opportunity to pick your favorite porn star, would you fuck her? Majority of them niggas say yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know that she done fucked a million niggas.
You ain't gonna wife her, you just gonna fuck her.
That's what I'm
What are
saying.
we talking about?
But this is where you jump into the psychology part about it. You make yourself believe ignorant shit. You know what I'm saying? You know that she slept with a couple of hundred motherfuckers, but you cool with fucking on her, but you don't want to be with her. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it's another woman that ain't fucked nearly as close to that. You know what I'm saying? And you prejudging her just based off the fact that you know maybe two.
Mm,
You know the
you
difference?
got a point. You got a point. I
You
see
know,
what
you know, you know the difference though? The biggest difference is what? Men fall in love with their eyes, homie. If you see your girl getting fucked, I don't care how much you love her. I don't care. All that shit gone. That nigga Adam 22 is a goofer right now.
That ain't
This
that ain't
nigga is goof.
I don't believe that though.
So if you okay, let's do it right
Oh,
now.
hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, you facts. I forgot about Adam 22. Do you know what he talking about?
Yeah.
Bam.
I know exactly what he's talking about.
Did everybody else on the panel know what he talking about?
I don't know what he
You
talking
don't?
about.
You know what
What's
he talking
Adam
about? Bad luck.
22?
no, I ain't never heard of that.
All right. So Adam 22. You ever heard of No Jumper?
Yeah.
So No Jumper is a podcast, right? Adam 22. He be shooting OnlyFans content with his wife, and he like his wife just recently, just kind of I'm a he let his wife shoot a scene with a dude. And
Damn.
she just picked the dude, and that's kind of how it happened. So I'm gonna go into that, and I'm gonna show y'all that real quick.
That's a whole different deal. Like if they married and that's what they do, like they should be doing their thing together. Now that's some whole different shit where
It wasn't hard to come back to your. I was in a lot of pain for a few days, so having sex was
what?
It was reupholstered.
you were a little traumatized by me. Hold on.
with the sound.
At first, yeah.
Oh, she on Howard Stern with.
Nah, she was on No Jumper. That's where she was at.
I thought that
That's
was
her
Howard
husband.
Stern.
Yeah,
But that's her husband though. Yeah, he shot the
That's her
scene.
husband sitting
He
across
shot
from
the
her.
scene and everything. Well,
Yeah.
he wilded. I don't know. Ben, would you shoot the scene now?
I would
That's
shoot the scene. I would shoot the scene.
You would?
I would shoot the scene.
Bam,
I
what?
couldn't do
Bam,
it.
bam. I
I
love
could.
you, my
That
nigga.
was my
This
limit,
man
Bam. That's
different.
Yeah.
hey, you my nigga. That's what. But that was my limit. I'm like, hey, I don't know if I could hold the
Bam.
camera.
Scene,
There's
bro.
there's a level, there's levels to being unique, my nigga. That shit right there that you just said, bro. Hey,
Boy,
listen, you gotta understand, you can't tell regular niggas that. It was a oh man, bro. That's
Bam, would
dangerous.
you get
This is what we
jealous?
gotta realize. As
Would
long
you
as you
get
at
jealous
peace
if you
with
was
yourself,
looking and you was like, damn, he killing it. She don't even be making them type of noises with me. He killing this
Yeah,
shit harder than I be killing.
I don't have that bone, bro. I don't feel no type of way about that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
you know.
I,
That's the difference.
I'm gonna do what I do. You know what I'm saying? And if she choose to continue to be with me and fuck with me, I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not worried about what another motherfucker did.
Bam said he getting that
Man,
check, nigga, for
Yeah.
executive
this,
producer, goddamn.
this nigga is king dingaling, nigga, because I don't know nobody that know. Ain't nobody finna just hold the camera.
Because for me, and this is gonna sound like completely crazy, but for me, shit, nigga, I'm cool with watching my woman feel good, have an experience. Like I'm cool with that, bro.
Bam,
Like, I don't care
bam,
about
bam,
that.
Damn.
bam. What it
Yeah.
look, you know what? I value you, bro. Like you a top tier, bro. You a top tier man, cuz. You are eat, nigga. Where's your cape? Untuck it from up under that shirt you got on, nigga. You got a cape
I'm
on.
gonna say this, but one thing is always too. You know, with people, it's all about what you want, and it's all about what's in your life and being comfortable with who you are. And I think as black men, that's one of the. Like, if you're not a clear cut gangster, then that's like the only thing that they really accept you doing. It's like anything. It's it's a wild. It's kind of a wild life. So I will say this: I respect
I
Bam
mean,
for getting on and say
my
what he
thing,
want.
my thing is
How
this,
you
though.
gonna kick in the door? Hold on, look.
But look, I appreciate life to this. Like I said, bro, I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm gonna keep saying this because you know I like I said, I tried to kill myself before. I still battle with suicidal thoughts here and there. You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing is that I value life at a standpoint where I just want. I like watching people experience life and have fun and be happy. You
What
know
if
what
you
I'm
got a
saying?
gay
I
homie?
don't.
You gonna watch
Huh?
them have fun?
You said
Man,
what?
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 Come on.
No, I was saying because he said he
What?
like to see people have fun and stuff. I'm
No,
just saying
man.
how far, because Bam didn't went way
No,
past what the
I
fuck I'm
got
thinking about.
limits. I got
To
limits, bro.
Bam, look, to Bam's point,
But
bro, I feel like it might be healthier. It might be healthier. It sounds like it's healthier
No,
for him to
I'm
be in
saying
this
because
space.
I've
So
got
you
the
not
from
if you done had
experience.
issues where you done been through turmoil behind that shit, and this
I
is your way of finding
in
peace.
my experiences, bro. In my
Yeah. As
experiences, when I let people be who they are, I get the best from them.
long as
You
you
know what I'm
happy,
saying?
bro, that's the biggest thing. If you at peace with it,
I get the very best from them. You know what I'm saying? The last person that I was with, she was bisexual. She liked their women. She had a whole girlfriend inside our relationship. I've come home from work and they be fucking on the couch. I go get in the shower, eat, get in the bed. I'm cool, bro. I'm not tripping off of none of that shit.
You didn't hit them both?
I don't be worried about that. If she want me to jump in, I'm gonna jump in. If she don't, I'm
Bam,
not. I'm cool.
damn,
I'm chilling.
Bam, we gotta take this with a grain of salt, because the shit you saying is just outrageous, bro. And
Why
if
is
it's
it
bad,
if it
outrageous?
worked for him, bro, if the man done told you
Right.
No,
he done had suicidal
I'm saying it. I'm
ideations, and
saying it because I
that's right.
learned how to develop a level of maturity within myself where my ego is not triggered and my emotions are not triggered about certain shit, dog. Like that shit don't make me feel like less than a man.
you
But
know what worked
I
for
wouldn't call that maturity
I
though,
don't feel like nobody gonna make a woman feel how I make her feel. I don't care if I'm looking dead at the scene. It
bro.
don't matter. I don't care. It don't bother me, dog.
I
I'm not
give.
tripping off of that.
Would you just tell everybody, hey, if you do what I do, you might jump off a bridge, just so you just be fair with the shit? You
Already.
gotta be
but doing
fair
what he
with it.
do, but doing what he do for some people might keep him from jumping off the bridge. It's called radical acceptance, bro. It's reaching the point of if I keep giving a fuck about this too much, the shit gonna drive me crazy. So
Gonna drive you
But
sometimes
crazy.
people
but
It's
Irv,
niggas
might
that
need
jump.
to just
niggas
Clearly,
ain't.
if you look at the statistics, they don't jump off a bridge. They just smoke themselves and they smoke the woman. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Whoa,
niggas still do goofy ass shit based off the, you know what I'm saying, the normal. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
it's
if what
better.
I'm
It's
saying,
probably
if
better
I'm
that niggas have
saying,
his disposition.
if what I'm saying is abnormal, but I'm happy and at peace, clearly it's something to it.
I'm not saying, bro, I never said it was wrong. What I'm telling you is, if somebody listens to Bam, you are a mentor, and they say, look, Bam does this. Cool. I can watch my girl fuck another nigga, and I'm not gonna kill myself after that. Like what I'm
Why,
saying,
bro?
You gotta, you
Eight
gotta,
it's
billion.
Bam.
dangerous
I
because,
It's
think the
but
eight.
wait,
responsible
hold
thing to
on.
do is
You,
explain the work
but,
that
but
it took you some work to
but
get to this point of
yeah,
acceptance, though. Because
you
yeah,
have
I
to
see what you're
read
saying.
that's all I'm saying, Irv. You got to read the fine print, my nigga. You
Yeah, I
can't
think
just
that you
go out
would
here and
have to
walk around
explain
like
that it's
what you
taking you a
doing is
lot of
regular,
maturity to
bro.
get to that point to where
Yeah,
you at
I'm
peace
not.
with that.
I'm never walking around like it's regular. Like I
But
said,
you
I'm
never
saying
you never make them disclaimers.
But that's kind of the thing of where you having your message. It's kind of that's the safe space portion of what we talk about. As a human being, if you limit yourself to one experience, then guess what? You're gonna be bland. And it's like your kids, the daughters that you want to raise to be these good girls. Oftentimes, sheltered girls are the girls who are the wildest motherfuckers when they grow up. The girls that's doing all the crazy shit. You think that they grew up in the streets and in the gutter? Hell no. As a poor young man, every bitch I knew that was in the streets, guess what? They are in a lot better position in life today. They're not out here doing the same shit. It's the girls that was from the fucking suburbs that had the two parents. It's just like gangbangers. Niggas out here shoot all the most famous guys in Kansas City had two parents in the crib.
Let me put this out here
That's
for
not true.
for
Even if
Red
that's
Pill.
your end, man.
Hold on, Red Pill. I'm gonna
Having
put
two
you back
parents
in,
in the
but we
crib,
gotta let everybody get
having
in.
two parents in the crib don't always mean shit, because you can raise your kids with all the morals and values. I know killers that was raised in the church. You feel me? It matters the path that kid
They
choose to go, either when they hop off the porch 14, 15, 16, or when they get older at 18, 19. It matters the path. I done seen good kids, niggas, stray like overnight, so that don't always matter
But
about
that's
you having
that's
good
the point
upbringing.
of that feeds the point. It's polarities in life. It's like how high you can go is how low you can go sometimes. It's like I don't know if you ever heard them say about boxing, to be the heavyweight champion of the world, you got to come from struggle. You don't get that just off of, or like just sayings of anything. Just polarity matters. And I think for people that don't realize that perfect person just don't exist, and whether you out front with these demons or they behind doors or whatever you use to hide them, smoking, drinking, whatever you do, they still exist, and that's the point. But
I don't hold on to ideas of people. You know what I'm saying? I hold on to hardcore facts of what it is. You know what I mean? And I'm accepting to it. I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? I'm a different type of person. Like with my daughters, you know what I mean? I don't hide nothing from my daughter. My daughters know absolutely everything about me. I've talked to my daughters about sex when they was 8 years old, and it's still been doing it to this day. Like 14. You know what I'm saying? Now I know that they can choose whatever path that they want to choose, but at the same time, I've given them so much awareness of everything that, when their experience comes, they'll fully understand. Right now, they just aware of it. You know what I mean? But it still don't go against the fact that they still might fail and go through a certain type of experience. And that's cool. That's okay. It's life.
I get it.
I
I
respect it,
just,
bro. I think that you being at peace, I'll say this, bro. I commend you because, I've dealt with suicidal ideations, depression, PTSD, all that shit. So hearing you even say that and then hearing how unique your perspective is, sometimes when I hear people that have perspectives that unique, I really do take into consideration the level of trauma that has to force you into something so far outside the box.
Yeah.
So I see you right there, bro. And I think that as long as you at peace with that shit, bro, long as you at peace with yourself.
and and not to cut you off, but this is the Love Live, and we have a live caller. Caller, who am I speaking with?
What up, y'all? It's Bronze Beauty.
Bronze Beauty.
hey, what's up, Bron?
What's up, Brian?
Hey,
That's the homie.
So, what you got to add to the conversation, Bronze Beauty?
I can't really hear y'all, but hey, I'm just happy and excited that all y'all on here tonight. Red Pill, I'm just really shocked that you can hold a conversation. However, anyway, back to what Belle was talking about in regards to being able to shoot the video of somebody else having sex. The thing about it is, when you are that open with your relationship, you actually give people the choice to stay and do that. And when you are in a relationship and you are that open and honest with somebody, you don't take away the person's choice to make to either stay with you or you're not lying to them. That's a big deal when you either are trying to find somebody that's loyal to you or you're going to be able to respect that person a lot more. I think that's kind of where Bam is at with it. And you can stop me if I'm wrong, Bam, but that's kind of where he is with it because at the end of the day, if anything goes wrong with those three individuals, between Bam and the two girls that he was dating at the same, or whatever they was doing at the same time, they still have a respect for each other because they actually were open with each other and allowed each other to make their own decisions in the relationship. And that's big. And that's what you want because when you can respect somebody, you can always be their friend. You can always, you'll always, that's a loyalty that you'll never lose with them. That's where it is when you talk about being that open with a relationship. And some people can't do that. It's not a lot of women that can do that. Like for me, I would rather you coming into a relationship, I would rather you tell me what it is so that I can make a decision on, okay, am I committed one-on-one, or do I know that we just going out on a couple of dates and what our situation is and I still got other friends? Like, give me that decision. If you give me that decision, I'm going to always rock with you. You're going to always be able to pick up the phone and call me and be like, hey Danielle, come meet me at IHOP, or come meet me at wherever. And I'm going to be like, oh, okay, Bam called me, I'm about to come hook up with him or whatever. But if you don't give me that option and you start lying to me and you're not that open with me, and then all of a sudden you start playing, different sides and saying different shit, I'm not fucking with her, or I would rather know what the fuck you doing so you can give me the option to still fuck with you. I'll respect you a lot more than that.
Understood. I'm surprised Red Pill didn't cut you off until you told me. Red Pill the co-host. Red Pill muted. You can unmute yourself, Red Pill. My bad. You can unmute yourself. You muted. You unmuted. Go ahead. My bad.
Am I back? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you could have unmuted yourself.
Sir.
Oh yeah, nah. I'm respectful. I understand podcast etiquette. I don't cut nobody off. But thank you for accepting the fact I can hold a conversation. That's love. I brag about you all the time. You my favorite panelist, damn it. And you done came in here and showed your ass by me.
You be giving me a hard time, but I like you. I respect your opinion.
Right.
A lot of these bitches are hoes.
Yes, they know too. And you know what's crazy? Women know the other women is hoes, and they still be standing up for them. That's why I don't trust y'all. I'm like, you
what
know
happened?
she's at home.
Tell us what happened, bro. I
What
want to
happened
know
with
what
what?
happened. Something happened, and it changed Red Pill's life. I'm telling you, something happened.
I
What
mean,
the hell is going
but
on?
I agree with bro though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I do agree. I mean, it is what it is. Like, we can't keep shadowing the facts of what people do and who they are and how they are. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just shit. He's not the person to sit there and let that shit fly. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna do it. You know what I mean? I'm the person where shit, I don't really give a fuck what you got going on. I don't whatever.
right. And that's respect. I want to get to that level one day, but not today. Sorry. I try. You hear me? But at the end of the day, as far as like a man being honest with you and telling you, hey, you are one of six, he'll probably never say that, especially if he ain't hit yet. You gotta have sex. See, I think we need a new rule. We need to walk into these dates and have sex first, then go out to eat. Because the food gonna taste different, the conversation gonna be different. You're gonna actually get some honesty on the table. But if a man tells you off rip, you are one of six, most of the time the woman is not going to stick around. So he's
That's
not
not
going to
true.
jeopardize that.
See, that's
That is
something
I
that
not
mean,
men.
would
That's
you?
something. That's something
If a
that.
chick told you that, would you be like, yeah, I got five other
look.
dudes that I'm
That's
fucking around with.
not.
You just one of six.
That's not true.
You think so?
That shit
Okay,
is not true.
I'm
That's what I was
telling you
about
what
to
I
say.
know. I'm telling you what
That's
I know.
fact.
Herb. Okay, so cool.
How would you feel about that if a chick told you that, Red Pill?
If she told me I was one of six, at this point today, I would not mess with her. But give me back in my early 30s, I'd have knocked her down and kept it pushing.
Here's
I
the
would
thing.
never
I
take
think
her serious.
So you don't want to take her serious, but at the same time, you feel like you could tell a chick that and it's cool.
Yeah, I'm a man.
See, that's where the discrepancies come from. But like I said about everything else, what works for one guy might not work for the next. You know what I'm saying? I ain't on all that, but
so
But
that's
bad
what
luck.
works for you. That's
the best
what's
dating
in
of
your
my
realm.
life. My best dating of my life is taking place doing exactly what Red Pill's talking about, bro. And it's just try it, bro. You'll be surprised. You'll really be surprised. Like, it's the honesty. What old girl just said on the phone call. It's the honesty, and it's also just the understanding. Like, bro, yeah, she might be cool and not want to have sex with you, but cool. There's more. Like, and here's the whole thing. If you don't value the honesty, here's the thing. The woman that like you, that you telling there's 5, 6 other girls, she like you for a reason.
Yeah,
And
facts.
I'm honest. So it's like, that's the whole thing. Like, clearly you think you're the only person that like me. You think you're the only person that see value in me. That's crazy. That's psychotic. Just like that woman that I'm talking to. If I'm talking to you, I see value in you. So that'll be nuts for me to really think that nobody else sees value in me.
Right.
Now
Well,
now we put it on the table.
But,
Now we can move
but
with a certain level of respect
let
towards
me
each other.
ask you this though. See,
but
cause this is what
we
single niggas always forget. Can she cook though?
Hey man,
Sometimes it's just the basic shit.
well,
you always coming
the,
for single niggas, bro. You know what
Copeland,
I'm
You
saying?
you
got the
always.
y'all, cause y'all niggas don't be understanding. It's the
I
base
do
when you live
know.
like all of this shit is like this is luxury relationships we talking about because
But hold on. Now let's get for real. If you're gonna talk about luxury shit, do fuck up too. Luxury shit
no, I'm
don't
not talking
always
about
run.
marriage. I'm talking about
Luxury
like
shit ain't always nice.
y'all are luxurious. Like the what I'm saying is for single people I always say that because like wrapping life around what you do is when you marry. Like when you get married, it's no longer about the feelings and all some of this other stuff. It's just about living. It's like not
Y'all
necessarily
just
buying
existing.
things.
Yeah, I don't want to just exist.
But it's like the kids and the daily grind of the things you got to do. Like if you own a home or if you're trying to buy other things or whatever, take a vacation. The grind of, and I think that's why I say like knowing what you want is the biggest thing about transitioning. Like Bam, I heard you say you don't want to be married. Red Pill, do you want to be married? Would you be ever
Absolutely.
be married?
Yes. Well, let me say this to you real quick. What's
Hold
the
on,
difference?
Herb the
What's it?
Phenom, would you ever be married? Would you get married?
Yeah, for sure.
Bad luck, would you get married?
Yeah.
We already know Bree Love been married for Betty and had your ass put with for 25. Well, how you know you been married?
So,
But
Man,
hey, Cope. Let me ask you this: what's the difference between a married man and a single man?
vows.
That's it. And
But
and you know what it is?
but the thing is,
I do
hold
the
on.
same thing you do for your wife for just a bunch of different women.
You don't.
That's it. Yeah,
You
I'm
don't. You
telling
can't
you.
afford to.
Nah. Well, I mean, I don't know what we talking about, but look, I'm talking about like it's just a different experience. A man still has a responsibility to be a man. He still got to be attractive. He still got to go out here and get money. He still got to do everything a man wakes up to face this world. He got to do it. A woman that's single versus a woman that's married, that's a whole nother ball game, bro. She get days off. She post that cash app. Hey, I'm feeling down today. Send me $20. It'd be 18 niggas. This bitch be off work for 2 weeks.
In reality, how many women you really know like that, Red Pill?
A
Keep it real.
bunch.
Keep it
Man,
real.
look, all right, this is what I do. I'll tell you like this. I won't say a bunch, but it do be women that just link in my bio. When you hit a link tree for most women, it's Cash App, PayPal, feet pictures, finger in the asshole, threads, all kind of shit.
I feel like we
I'm
be looking at and dealing with different women, bro. Like this whole conversation, I just feel like we dealing with different kind of women. Like it's,
No, they all the
I feel like
same,
we've been
bro.
talking about one specific group of women. I don't be dealing with that shit. Like I don't come across that shit. Like it's not nothing I entertain. Like
But
if I'm
Irv, you
the only
think
nigga
they
that
different. You just don't sit around
Well,
them
here's
long
the
enough
thing.
to
It's all
understand they the
about your
same.
culture too. Like I don't know this. Do you date outside of your race, Red Pill?
My kids, my daughter's mom is Puerto Rican. My son's mother's white. Um, the last relationship I was in, she was black. I didn't had a Somalian. I had an Asian girl. I didn't had it all. I
So
didn't did it
what
all.
was your
These bitches are
longest?
the same.
What was your longest relationship out of all of them?
13 years Puerto Rican.
Sometimes it's cultural. That's a big. So would you say you may be comparing black women to what you see in the other cultures of women?
I am. I definitely am because my target audience is African American women because they lost this one. They are so fucked up right now. It is not a lot of good black women out here, bro.
So, but I
They
never
just
hear you
not.
say that. You always
It ain't
generalize
that
to all
it
women.
ain't that they ain't good, dog. It's just that they ain't got a good direction to go in.
But that's what I'm saying. Men, we don't have that excuse to say I ain't got a good direction. We got to figure it out. We let women say, "Oh, well, you ain't got nobody to follow, so you
We
can
got
fuck up."
this, we just can't use it.
But, I mean, we do at facts. Absolutely. When you see a nigga down in the line with 13 women getting stamps, that nigga look like a goofy. Especially if he ain't tried first. These niggas be going straight to the
There's gonna be a
line.
lot of angry black women after that statement. It ain't a lot of good black women left. I just know that. I don't agree with that. Just for
It's false.
all the ladies watching, I don't have nothing
Them
to
is
do with that
the,
statement.
the views,
I'm not
the
gonna lie.
views in
Most of
the views in the context of everything that I'm saying goes for every nigga in this box because they my homies. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. It's my
Oh
fault. I
no.
said
Oh,
Oh
here he
no,
go. Go
Tony.
tie us
Y'all
down. Hold
y'all
on.
on
The
the
red pill
real
go.
bad.
Let me
it. We a
segue, y'all. Let
team.
me say we ain't
We
segued
are a
all. We ain't
team.
segued all day. But I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna segue one time. If y'all didn't know, we getting pretty late. It's this is a safe space. We going with the fellas tonight. It is fellas night. We just kind of just having some general conversation.
Thanks.
When we say it's a safe space, take everything with a grain of salt. Perspective is everything, and you got six brothers who've lived six different lives, and combined on this pod tonight, we got over 150 years worth of life experience. So you
That's a
just got to
fact.
take that with a grain of salt, y'all, and respect it.
Hell
So
yeah.
I want to, I
back
want
to
to, I
where we
want to
was.
chime in. I want to chime in and incorporate the whole safe space thing. You know what I'm saying? Because when you talk about our women and our women being damaged and fucked up or lost, it's because they don't have a safe space. You know what I'm saying? The safe space that's normally provided for them is a safe space for them to get fucked and then go on about their business. You know what I mean? Like we both have accountability, you know what I'm saying, that we need to take on each end. You know what I'm saying? Just like majority of we can say majority of black women are fucked up, see a majority of niggas is fucked up. You know what I mean? So at what point do we quit pointing the finger at we both fucked up and finding a solution to be able to move forward about the shit?
I ain't really pointing the finger. I just know like if there's a gunshot wound and a mosquito bite, I'm gonna tend to the gunshot wound first because that's what needs the most work. So I'm gonna go to where we need the most work, and black women are behind right now. They
I'm gonna
literally
say
are. It
that
look good. It
But
look
I'm gonna
good,
say
and
that
thing
it
not
look
about
all
good on
that,
black
the thing
TikTok
women,
about that statement
and
though,
on the paper.
the
not
thing
all
about
black
that
women are the
statement,
same.
I didn't say not all.
You got women of all races, and some of them ain't shit. It's not a black
Yeah,
thing, white thing, mixed thing, Spanish thing. You got women that ain't shit from every which
yeah.
way. You know what I'm
All
saying?
yeah.
cultures.
But
And,
All
the thing,
cultures.
I'm gonna say this for our sisters. You feel me? I love y'all with all my heart. You know what I'm saying? Mother Earth. You feel me? We came from all the people came from Africa. You know what I'm saying? The motherland. I love y'all. Y'all are beautiful queens. We need to get back to treating y'all like that and as such. And there are still a lot of good black women out here. I just want to say that I recognize y'all. I see y'all, and I know that. You know what I mean?
Damn it, bad luck. Look,
Well,
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just telling you we in last place. If this was the Olympics and they had Mexican women, Asian women, these women, the black girls would be dropping the baton, starting late, eating chicken at the damn starting line.
hell
So
Bro,
so so let me let
but
me
Nah,
let me
they
add,
they
let me.
no,
gonna
no,
be
no, no,
winning
no.
the
Hold on,
race.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold
They
on.
gonna be winning the race, man.
The thing about it is this, dog.
I'm
If
listening.
our black women are doing that, are doing those things, it's up to us to help pick them up, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because majority of our women are reciprocal. You know what I mean? So if the man is not providing a space for them to feel like they have a space to adjust and grow and become something different, they're not gonna fucking do it. It's they don't see no reason to do so. If all the niggas is ain't shit and ain't doing shit and fucked up, ain't got nothing going for themselves and none of that, they don't see a reason to do so. Which is the reason why when you see women that date outside of their race, they submit to them motherfuckers
They
easily.
do. That's what I'm
Easily.
saying. But that's what I'm
Because
saying.
yo,
because because it's a safe space for them.
No, it
You know
ain't.
what I'm saying?
They,
you
they,
see what
they,
King
they these
said?
women live these women live in second and third world countries where they don't even got a voice. They can't vote. They can't work. They can't do nothing. But guess what they do? They respect their family and their man. The thing about black women is they think that they can come over here. They run the good nigga. The nigga you telling them to be the actual leader, the man that's gonna sit down and actually provide some values and instill some shit and actually be around the kid that they have together. They run him over and laugh at him behind his back. I'm not
Yeah,
just.
that's
No,
I'm
because
no,
saying in
I don't even.
general. I'm
that's
saying in
because it's
general.
ain't shit niggas around them that's influencing them to keep doing goofy ass shit.
I
I
feel like
mean,
we
I
get
tell.
tricked to this whole conversation, to be honest with you, because you got to keep in mind, bro. The loudest motherfuckers usually be the wrongest motherfuckers. And I don't think the majority of the black community is on Facebook. I don't think that the healthy families, I don't think they all on Facebook giving their opinions on how being toxic is funny and how niggas ain't shit or how women ain't shit. I don't think they're even saying anything because they too busy being happy in real life. So we taking this perspective from a small, loud, and wrong
Demographic.
minority.
And that's what I was saying,
That's
and I
not
would.
what's real in real life.
And that's what I was saying about single. I wasn't trying to disrespect single people, and I hope single people don't think I'm judging them for being single. I'm just saying, when you're married, you just more. Once you've been married a while, it's more you fuse to the point where it's about doing what you got to do. You know, to whatever your lifestyle is in marriage. You know, and that's the difference. I think in people.
I apologize, Copeland, because I agree with you 100% on that. But let me ask y'all, how many people's in this world?
I don't know.
8 billion.
Yeah.
5
9
billion people. I'm
That
pulling
boy
it up.
get to
Hold
pull
on.
a calculator out. That boy Red Pill
No.
hit you with them stats. Listen, I pulled the.
No, hold on.
He got an Android.
5 billion people have Facebook. 5 billion. So I mean, that's more than how many? How many?
Statistic on how many of that 5 billion are engaged in the black communities, men versus women debate.
So we lock the gate here every
I
night
would
at 9
say
o'clock.
I would say more.
We lock the gate here every night at 9 o'clock. So closing up. If you want to, so I was telling them if you want to go sit out.
Well, be fair though, Irv. How many people do you know that don't have Facebook?
No, here's the thing. Here's what I'm saying. It don't matter who got Facebook, who don't got Facebook. Majority of the content on Facebook isn't this shit. It isn't men versus women content. The rest of the world ain't on this shit like we on this shit. And we not even on the shit because I'm removing myself from the shit. I'm not on the shit.
All right,
I'm saying the conversation
we
of
think
black
the world,
men versus
we think
black
the world
women.
is onto this shit because that's all we see. It's in our algorithm.
That's all
we
that we
see.
pick to see.
You know what I mean? That don't mean
We
that.
can
That don't
opt
mean
out
that
at any
everybody.
moment. We can opt out at any moment. I'm not saying it don't exist. The problem is there. There is a problem where black men are at black women's throats and vice versa. It's definitely a problem. But I'm saying that we can easily opt out of this shit. And there's a lot of people that aren't engaged in the shit because it's just not on their radar.
Yeah.
And they're black.
100.
And they're dating.
All right, so let's hit the comments real quick. The real women in relationship with a man will generally follow the man's lead. It's the man's job to lead, though. That's from Duro Booty in the comments.
You must follow, my brother. I mean, they must follow.
Look, this is the thing about that statement too, because a motherfucker, if a woman sit here and she got her own shit, and you move in with her, and she say she's allowing you to lead, what does that mean for you?
That's an oxymoron. She's allowing me.
Thank you. She's allowing you to lead.
But that's one of them things. The allowing the lead, I don't agree with that either, because it's either you leading or you not. And sometimes that's the hard thing about leadership is one thing that goes with it. I think that people always forget is discipline, and not just your own personal discipline, having to discipline the people that you lead in. And that's the part where I think in our community it kind of falls short. And I think that's really one of the biggest things about women who you can marry to women who you can't. It's like women who don't listen, you can't save them. So it's kind of one of those things. Our community,
me personally, I never liked that term lead a motherfucker, because it sounds like, you know what I'm saying, you a master and you a puppet, like I'm just telling you what to do type of shit. I would rather have a woman I can lead you and mold you and lace you with some game, but I want to do things as a whole, as a 50-50, like bring shit together. Like, not just lead you. Like,
the thing about understanding leadership is understanding that you got to follow. You got to learn how to follow. You got to be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? When you on a football team, the quarterback is the leader. You up under him. The coach is the leader. You up under them. You know what I'm saying? It's leadership in everything that you do. You know what I mean? So you got to learn how to find accountability in it to follow. You know what I mean? So just like me, I ride motorcycles. We got a motorcycle crew. We got a road captain. You know what I'm saying? We have to follow his lead. You know what I mean? If he make a bad decision, it's a bad decision for all of us.
Right. But Ben, you know what it is though? A leadership role is not an on and off days. Like when you get with somebody and okay, so a woman leads how she leads in the household, which is typically following her man and then going behind that structure. But when she follows a man, she can't say, I'm gonna lead you with this task, this task, this task. This one I need to get my point across. This one I need to do this. She has to lead and understand that the final decision comes from you. That's just how it's gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna. Two leaders they don't coexist.
Yeah, but you living in a world right now where you got to understand that sometimes you got to allow a woman to bump her head for her to even have comfortability with you leading. You know what I'm saying? So if you propose something and she ain't feeling it and she being combative to get it, sometimes you got to step back and be like, okay, well, let's do it. Let's try your way. And if your way don't work, then you know exactly where we going from there.
And even if you got to want, and even if you leading, well, I don't know about everybody else,
Because
but
because the
I
thing,
would want a woman that can, if I throw you an alley oop, I'm still getting the assist, and like you said, it's still winning for the team. Now I need you to bring things to the table as well. Even if I'm gonna lead, I need you to handle shit as well and bring other shit to the table, so it still wraps up as us being a
it's
squad.
understanding your strengths and weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if your woman is better at handling finances than you are, she should lead the finances. You know what I'm saying? You should be okay with that. You know what I mean? Like don't try to overdo her. You know what I mean? When you know you don't lead as good as she does in that area.
If your woman is a leader in finances, you are fucking up. That's what I'm gonna say right there. The women don't have money management skills like that. They are
That's
emotional
not
by
fucking bro. Now that's a
not
hold
like
on.
that.
Let me
Most.
cut you
Okay,
off.
let me say
That's
most. Let
no
me say
no no.
most
Let me
before
stop.
y'all
That's
jump
a
on me.
cultural. That's a cultural thing because in a lot of my white homies, they don't handle none of the finances. They give the check
It's
right to
not
the
even a
wife,
cultural
and
thing.
they. What
How's
would you
it a
say? Go
cultural
ahead,
thing?
Irv.
It's not even a cultural thing.
Okay, well, it's not even a culture. So then you know a lot of brothers who they give the check right to the wife, Irv.
I do.
This if a woman has if like women can manage money too. Women pay a lot of attention to detail. Women
Yes.
are more detail oriented, which means I'm gonna budget this shit down to the penny. They're more inclined to do that than men are. I would say that if we're gonna generalize, I would say naturally women have more attention to detail. Therefore,
Naturally, women get thrown into responsibility faster than a man does.
They do.
Most of these women is getting more money than niggas. I'm gonna just say that. I don't give a fuck what you
Nah,
talking about.
nah. Unless
So
they on some stripper shit or some easy money shit.
Nah, bro.
But not
What?
like
These
going to
women
work,
is getting
9 to
money now,
5
nigga.
work.
Boy,
It ain't
that boy be
it
at the
ain't
college.
1975 no more.
That boy,
It,
boy
No,
how
no.
old for the panel though? How old was you when you got your first place?
for me,
Uh,
17.
when you say your
18.
first place, you mean like you moved in by yourself,
First
no
by
brothers, no
yourself,
money.
completely by
By
yourself,
myself, 18. I'm sorry,
Eight,
I'm
completely by
lying.
yourself.
18. Cause
18.
I had 3 roommates when I was 17, but my next place was by myself at 18.
Mhm. And your first place was with roommates.
Yeah, my was 17. Yep, my roommates was a little older than me, but yeah, my first place I had 3 roommates, and
Yeah.
then after I lived with the roommates, I was just like, they was cool, but they was drama and all kind of shit, and just living with their lives and the shit we was doing outside and all that. It just was smarter for me to live by myself, so I went and got my own shit.
What
And
age? Can I ask a question, y'all? Random. It's
no,
all the way off topic. What age did y'all catch y'all first STD?
what?
I'm just asking random. I just want to know, like, because when I got my first place, that's when I got an STD.
I never had one before. Red pill, no
You
cap,
never had an STD?
never
Oh,
in
you
my
been
whole
with your
life.
wife though. All right,
Man, I've
bam.
been
Have
with
you
my
ever?
wife for 6 years, but still, 7
Y'all
years.
never. Y'all never caught an STD.
Never.
No,
You perfect ass niggas. This is bullshit. Why am I the only
I
one
didn't
on
start
here
having
with flaws?
unprotected sex until shit like 6 years ago.
Talk about it, cause I'm telling you,
Damn,
I've been
Irv.
strapped
We grew
down,
up. We
boy.
grew up with niggas rapping songs talking about put on 2 condoms.
Man, nigga, strapped
I
down,
wouldn't.
Step
nigga,
up
Hey,
twice.
hey, Irv.
twice,
I thought
nigga.
that was studio gangster shit. I didn't listen
Nah,
to
nigga,
him.
this shit, you was tripping. What the hell?
You
That's
was
your
really out here
problem. See,
wilding.
you done got burnt and shit. That's why you don't like women no more. You like a bitch that
Nah,
burned me.
When you when you
I
I'm
when
still
you
pissed.
love. I love the bitch that burned me. I
They
called her when I
they
left.
asking
when
Red
you
Pill the
hang
wrong
around
questions.
when you hang around niggas that always get some shit, it'll throw you off.
They asking Red Pill the
Hey,
wrong questions.
facts.
They be
Hey,
asking Red Pill who
facts. Hey,
hurt you.
cause
They shouldn't be asking who burnt
my
you.
roommates, I ain't even
Throw
gonna
you
put
off.
them niggas out here, but yeah, I had one roommate in particular. Like, hey, somebody always had to give this nigga a ride up there. I'm telling you. I don't know what they give
My
you.
OG be talking about the bitch burnt him and he still be fucking the bitch and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What?
yeah, I'm cool.
Y'all talking about living life and experiences, nigga? Shit, you protected ass niggas. When you gonna jump out the plane without the parachute sometime, back there?
Hey man, nah, I always had the
I'm just asking.
parachute, my boy, when I was
Hey,
out
wait.
there.
Hey, what
Yeah.
did you say though? Cause you were saying something. I wanted to hear what you were saying.
Nah, I said, girls be asking us who hurt you when we be saying shit they don't like. Nigga, they ask you the wrong question. They asking who hurt you. They supposed to be asking who burnt
Who
you.
burnt me,
Who
nigga?
burnt you? I
Hey,
Yo,
asked.
but look,
she
hey,
was
but look,
so
for
bad
the ladies,
too.
for the
The
ladies, for the ladies that ask that question, if a woman asks you that question, who hurt you? You know what I'm saying? If she's inquiring about who hurt you, what are you gonna do about it?
I promise she don't care. If a woman ever
man,
asks you who
You know what I'm
hurt you,
saying?
she's not
What
genuinely
are you
trying to
gonna do?
help you
What are
work
you
through your
gonna do?
trauma.
What is your
Just know
reasoning?
that.
What is your reasoning for asking me who hurt me if you're not gonna do anything about it?
Well,
What's
first
the
thing
man,
I'm gonna do is
condescending
self-assess and be like, damn, am I sounding bitter? Maybe I done said some
Nah,
shit.
nah,
nah,
yeah, that's cool.
hell
That's cool.
no.
What I'm saying though, what I'm saying is on a whole deeper scale. I ain't even talking about how we receive it and what we do with it. What I'm saying is that the fact that if I see a kid on the corner and they crying, and I ask them what's wrong, right, and they tell me what's wrong, that they lost, right, I'm gonna try to find a solution to the situation where this kid is okay and that kid is fine. I'm not just gonna ask this kid what's wrong with them, and they tell me, and I'm like, oh well, damn, that's fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. It's a condescending question. It's a, it's
Very
it's a very sarcastic, condescending phrase that's rooted in this man versus woman shit.
exactly.
Yeah. But it goes into why men have the energy that they have towards women. Most of us have been hurt and damaged by majority of women in
That's
our lives,
everybody. Hurt by
Hold on.
we're
All
treating
male
men
like
or
don't have
female.
that energy towards women now. Hold on. Not all
Male,
men.
I
male
didn't
or
say
female.
all. I didn't say all.
You said that's why men have this energy towards women.
I said that's why most men have
Most men
energy.
means a majority.
It don't mean majority. It just is.
You
It's
said
most men. It is
most.
majority. Fuck it. It is most men.
I
That's
think it
true.
is. I think one
Because
thing.
because some of these niggas be sitting here trying to make excuses for their mama, thinking their mama really loved them when their mama really traumatized the fuck out of them. They just love her because she pushed them out of the pussy.
Let's go,
If you
Bam.
want, if you want,
Shit,
if you want
I've
to
been
be for
waiting.
real, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot
Bam.
of niggas bypass shit that your mama really traumatized you on, but you don't want to accept the fact that she traumatized and fucked you up because she your mama.
Exactly.
Well,
Thank you, sir.
for me though, like you ever heard me talk about my mother, Bill?
No, I haven't.
Never. All the years we talk about a lot of deep shit. I don't have a relationship with my mother like that. And I'm kind of, I ain't gonna say like motherless child because I lived with my mother till I was probably about 11, 12 years old, but that's a whole nother episode and a whole nother story. And I can relate to that, but also it affected me differently not having, just like with a lot of people, like my mom had mental health issues, and sometimes she would lash out in a weird way against us when I was young as a kid. And for me, that was kind of, a lot of people know I'm super independent and, about the things I do and the way I move. And that's because, I always say I've been working so long because I started working at 14 because of that. But at the same time, long story short, it made me kind of think, I want to let women do what they do, and I want to provide. That's why I call this a safe space. It's not a safe space because y'all niggas make it a safe space. It's a safe space because I make it a safe space because it's my platform. But I choose to give women a platform to say what the fuck they want to say, whether it's right, whether it's wrong, whether no matter how the fuck you feel about it, whether they made fun of you and you called in, whatever it is, because in the world that we live in, a lot of women can't say shit. They have no place to be wrong or right. And we at least got rap music. Seems like women starting to have it too, but they don't have a place to do that. They don't have a safe place to say shit, right or wrong. So that's what I kind of
We don't have a safe space to say anything that we say. We're gonna get attacked on.
I was about to say, I think you
but
got
but
that a little
but the
bit
thing
better.
is, the message gets out there. I think a lot of women
Nah,
who
the
are
message don't get out there. Only message that get out there is in rap shit. The real messages from men that trying to get out there, we can't say the shit. We can't say that our mamas manipulated us into loving them to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you'll get blown off for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But it's fucking true. Don't nobody want to hear it. And it's gonna go back to, oh, who hurt you?
There you go.
no, what
That's
you're
kind of
saying
valid.
is
I think
you're
it's certain
saying
issues that
morally can't say, But what I'm saying is physically don't say. Like our platform, the Love Live. Like tonight is the all male panel, which makes it different. But what other platform besides the Love Live is there where you get about 4 or 5 single women on every week to talk they shit?
Single women talk shit all week, and they get cameras and all kind of shit.
Yeah, but where, but amongst like even like I seen you on the Purple Pill pod, which was a pretty dope pod. I tapped in Dallas when you was on there both times. But you got just the women just kind of just sitting. They just sitting. It's not their platform. It's they there. What like Tasha K? I don't watch that shit because she's mostly gossip based. How many women based platforms do what we do in the night? There's a lot of men based.
Plenty. Get on TikTok, nigga. You tripping? Go on. Get in TikTok. Put in the hashtag. Watch the shit flood.
Yeah, go ahead, Red Pill.
But Cope, what you got to understand is women don't build shit. You build shit. They just get on the microphone. They not gonna build shit. That's the point.
No, you're 100% right. We're saying the same thing. So as a platform, like I said, in a men drive entertainment. Period.
Right.
We drive in. We period. Women don't make movies. Women don't produce whole albums for niggas. Like that's not what women do. And what does entertainment do? It contributes to alchemy. So on TikTok, I bet you are right. There's plenty of women out there, but like $1 million worth of game, or like Theo Von, or like even people like Grant Cardone, or all of the things that we all are respectively into. We have a representative. We got somebody that we can listen to that kind of continues, like you, Kevin Samuels, right? I know you listening to Kevin Samuels, Red Pill. And Irv, I don't know who your beliefs, who supports your beliefs, or who you continuously go with, but we all got those people, those mentor type people.
Try to read the Bible, man.
Or the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Basic, the beginning, but
we're doing too much. That's why we fucked up now. We trying to do all this extra weird shit, and it's clearly not working. We got to go back to the basics. Right is right, wrong is wrong.
So to finish addressing addressing the sake.
I can't agree with that part.
That worked for me.
You know yeah, I'm saying I can't agree with that. Right is right, wrong is wrong.
You can't agree with right is right and wrong is wrong?
No, because we depict what's right, we depict what's wrong, but really,
here we go.
But what I'm saying is that if you learn from something that you feel perceived to be wrong, then it's right.
Wait, what?
If you
That's
learn
what worked for you, I respect it, bro. I'm just saying.
If you learn from something that you
I gotta have some kind of lines.
It's right.
Can I take y'all to an outer space moment? I don't know if y'all hit a blunt during this podcast, but I didn't. And that's because we're gonna wrap up. But what he's saying is this, and this makes sense. Do y'all believe in the space-time continuum, or do y'all believe in the multiverse? And that's what it boils. Me and a couple of my homies talk about this all the time, because in the space-time continuum, right, what he's basically saying is, if this happened to you, whether it's a fucked up situation or whatever your perception told you it was, but then it helped you to get to your, and I'm gonna use Irv's words, your purpose, so to speak. If this situation helped you get closer to it, or help you hone into it, or helped you understand it, then it was for the better. If it helped you, focus in on your children, then it was for the better. It's like I lost a cousin, and if I would have never lost my cousin, I probably would be doing whole different things in life. I wouldn't be married. I wouldn't have kids, because for me, I was gonna be in the streets for my whole life and never just have kids or none of that shit, and just be in strip clubs and stay up and DJ and make beats and win a Grammy. That was my life until I lost my cousin, and then I realized like it wouldn't even be fun without that nigga, and it changed my path. And I ain't gonna say it was for the right, but at the same time, for my children's sake who live here now, I wouldn't be the nigga that they have today. But at the same time, in the multiverse means it's just every decision that you make changes how things are going. So like in a space-time continuum, meaning it's always going to happen this way, the trauma's going to happen, and the trauma's going to birth whatever happened afterward. Multiverse meaning like just every step you make can make a different universe for yourself, make a different perception of reality.
The only time I believe something is wrong is if you don't learn from it. That's it. The only time I believe something ain't good is when you don't learn from it. Anything that you learn from is good. It's progress.
Do you believe it's destiny?
Do I believe in what?
Do you believe in destiny?
I don't believe in destiny. I don't believe in heaven and hell. I don't believe in none of that.
Do
I
you
don't believe
have
in none
a
of
do
that,
you
bro.
have a moral standard that you hold yourself to?
Do I have a moral standard that I hold myself to? See, just my feelings of what I feel of being peace and happy and love. I just want to be loved, bro. Like whatever my depiction and whatever my feeling is of love, that's all I want to be. That's all I deal with. That's all I care about. I don't care about nothing else. When I embrace my brothers, when I see my brothers, it's always love in my heart. I move with love. I don't move with nothing. I don't care about all that other shit because I feel like it's programming.
So what's
You
your
know what
point
I'm
of
saying?
reference whenever you find, like, how do you distinguish between when you're dealing with somebody with love and when you're not?
I'm always dealing with somebody with love. I'm never not dealing with anybody
So
without love.
no, you can't be infallible. There has to be situations where you
It's I'm always in love, bro. I discipline myself to move in that direction, even when people are trying to harm me and shit like that. And now, if I just forcefully have to do something, it's still gonna be within love. It may not be in love for that person, it may not be good for them, but it's love for me because I love myself. I'm gonna get you before you get me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I view shit. I view shit on the basis of I'm always moving. Always trying to move with a lovable intent.
But is that moving in love though? If you got your back, like if you get me, I'm gonna get you. Is that moving in love though?
What?
Like you said, if somebody out, like I'm gonna get you
If
before
it's
you get
if
me.
it's a direct threat, I'm not moving in the sense of if I know somebody's trying to do something to me or they don't like me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if I feel like you want to do something to me or you don't like me, I'm going to approach you with love. I want to talk to you. I want to rap with you. But if you get into a space where I feel like my life is threatened, then yeah,
Bam said he'll lay you down, nigga, with love.
With
yeah.
love, I'll knock your ass out and wake you up, nigga. What's up?
Hey,
What
y'all
you
don't
saying?
y'all don't know Bam with the dreads when they was on top his head. I'm telling you, that was a different Bam, the one with dreads on top his head.
Facts.
that was
Nah, I
Bam
know.
too hot.
Yeah, man.
Oh
Yeah, I ain't
shit!
fucking.
Now, all
I don't
right,
want no. I
y'all
want no
did too much.
facts.
But now I'm gonna say this though, man, fellas. I don't want to cut you off, but this is one of the conversations I feel like with this panel we could do this over and over again, and we gonna definitely do a male panel again. But we're pushing up on 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I don't know what y'all got to do tomorrow. But hey, peace and love to brothers. But I do got some things to do. So, but what I want to do is, and something I always do at the end of every episode, in particular, I always give everybody a chance to kind of say one more thing before we go ahead and end the live tonight. And I'm gonna start with Red Pill Crip.
Oh fuck! I knew it was coming. Okay, dear ladies, if you're 30 plus and you got kids by different niggas and you still attractive, you fail. Give up. My show is on Monday. Funny as it gets. Shout out to the gang. Branch Out Radio, Tuesday, Red Pill Crip. Somewhere between 4 and 8. Wednesday, Red Pill Crip. Uh, somewhere between 6 and 9. Thursday, Ivy's question of the day. We there every week at 7. Fridays, a toss up. If you need me, call. Saturday, Fact Machine, Red Pill Crip Show. Sunday, anytime Copeland needs me, I support him. And anybody in the city, if you got something going on, let me know. I will support your business. I will play your music. I will do anything I can do to lift you up. And any of the homies, if you need me, I'll pull up on you. Any of the ladies, sell that pussy for cheaper than you did 10 years ago. I'm out.
All right, and Red Pill shows are all on Facebook, by the way. Next, Mr. Bad Luck, the Killer City Kid. Unmute yourself. Mute. You on mute. You on mute, bro. You on mute, Brody. There you go.
My bad. I appreciate you having me. You know what I'm saying? Big up to the company, Passion Wear Inc. coming, you know what I'm saying? Clothing line. We got the models. You feel me? New album I just dropped, Lost Trap Sessions 2. I'm working on two new projects with Lil Willie from the Bay. I'm finna drop another one with Ape Gang B from Kansas. I'm just keeping it lit, man. Shouts out to all the black queens out there. My opinion is we need each other. We still love y'all. It's still some of us that's rocking with y'all all the way, and put y'all on the utmost of pedestal. And just know somebody loves you, like Patti LaBelle said. Goddamn it, we out.
Irv the Phenom.
Yeah, I want to say, everybody watching this, make sure you got you a therapist. Make sure you have a therapist. Talk to them. and work your shit out before you put your shit on anybody else in this world, especially your kids or anybody that might encounter you in a relationship, friends, family, whatever. Go to therapy. My book club is every month. So the Phenomenal Book Club, it's a gentleman's book club. If you like to read, come out. Let's discuss. Let's bounce some ideas. Sharpen the mind. Um, my single Making Love is out right now. And shout out to Black women. I love you. I appreciate you. And yeah, well.
Yeah. First, I want to say I appreciate all the brothers. You know what I'm saying? This was a really good conversation to be had amongst some really dope, intelligent men. Um, I mean, I just feel like, as a culture, we should be moving more along the lines of finding a solution than to keep nitpicking at whatever the problems are. You know what I'm saying? I am in agreement with Irv is, make sure that we're getting into therapy, not just men, but women as well. Women always asking men to get into therapy, but down there want to jump into it. You know what I'm saying? I want to say thanks to Cope, you know what I'm saying, for having me on once again. You know what I mean? And shit, I just wish everybody blessings and love.
And come on, Delia. All right, we had a call at the end. So, I just want to thank everybody for hopping on once again. This was the all men's panel. I think it was very necessary, and we 100% will be doing this again. One of the biggest things I think, in this platform and that I wish to achieve, and I hope we hope to achieve, is to broaden your horizons. If you didn't know how people think, not only knowing how people think, but being sure about what you're thinking and understanding how perspectives work. If you've never called into the Love Live, I'd strongly encourage you to. Call in, give us an anonymous name, tell us how you feel. Once again, this was Copeland for the Love Live. I want to say thanks to the brothers, thanks to the fellas who all came out and lent their opinion and, gave us some transparency tonight. And as we come, peace.